Maybe. Are we live now? Oh! I'm sorry.
What
YouTube
happened?
lied to me.
We weren't really live?
No, we weren't. And I'm upset.
Now that it says in stream, we are live.
Stupid.
You're right.
Oh my god.
I feel the exact same way.
Okay, we've been sitting here for 2 minutes thinking we're live and that chat just doesn't like us.
Oh, hi.
We're like, man, chat really doesn't want to talk to us.
Trying
We're
to
sitting
figure
here talking to
everything out.
them. They don't understand what's going on. No.
Nobody has any idea. They're not talking to us at all. They're just in their own little world doing weird YouTube stuff.
We're sitting here
which is normal for you guys.
We're here. Why won't you say hi back? I had an entire afternoon speech and all this stuff.
You
We've
missed
been
all
sitting
of
here,
it.
and then we go, I feel like chat doesn't see us.
You mean like they don't understand us,
Yeah,
right?
they don't
understand
I thought we were
us.
just having one of those old times where YouTube just ignores us, and talks
Typical.
amongst themselves. And I was like, damn, it hasn't been this bad in a while. And then
They don't shun us this bad.
seems our live button was not really a good live button. We fixed it though.
Right. It said live, but it wasn't really
It
live.
wasn't live.
So, which you already know that if it said in stream, it means you are live.
God damn it. It was weird. I don't know what happened.
Turn on the red light.
I need a big flashing
Aw,
blinker.
thank you, Jill.
It's working.
Yeah, like everybody else has in professional studios.
Yeah, I want a big live button that just lights up. But I need somebody
Doesn't it
to
say
do
like
it
live air or
for me.
Something like that?
Something.
Just-
Yeah.
And the button
Live
can't be
on
like
air.
this. The button's got to be like this.
Like giant.
Like the size of your head.
Flashing.
And flashing.
But you're here now. We're here now. And we're really excited to look at some
Still upset
Warhammer
about
lore
that.
today.
Greetings.
Know how to make an entry.
Okay, I'm
Thank
sorry.
God. Yeah. Oh, are you warm enough though?
I didn't realize what I did. Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure you're warm enough.
Running around in a panic right before,
If-
really warmed me up. Yeah, running up and down the stairs 10 times.
Yeah, on air. Yeah, because,
They must be.
Amazing. I'm excited, though. So we decided we weren't going to paint today, but instead look at full factions.
We're doing something else.
Do some lore. I'm excited. I feel like I'm going to learn so many things.
40k lore to be specific.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Here we go again.
Amazing. Oh, look at that! Amazing.
Aw,
content.
thank you. You need an
Yeah.
easy button.
My hair makes me go faster. Actually, I got the best
That's a lie.
compliment from a lady at the store yesterday. I went grocery shopping, and on my way in, because she is the person that greets you at the door.
Hi, Mark. There it is. I can't hear it,
Thank
but there it is.
you. And she said I had a ball of fire because I had a bun. She's like, it looks like you just have a flame ball on your head.
We'll see. We're gonna play it by ear.
Amazing. So we're just gonna watch the first one because it is an hour long, but we're not gonna just straight watch it. If her and I have something we want to talk about, we're gonna pause the video and chat with you guys about it. And
So
things
1
like
hour
that.
will turn into 2 hours very
Yeah,
quickly.
it's gonna be a long time, which is why this is one of the videos we didn't want to react to because it is an hour long.
It's like sports ball.
Yeah.
It's way longer than the game, actually. It's how many timeouts you have.
Why did that not have sound? I heard it. Did it not have sound for you guys?
I didn't hear it.
How did you not hear it? Why am I the only one that gets to hear it? That's weird. That's weird.
My headset's dead.
Does it well? Amazing. I'm excited. Nope. Oh. Well.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Mm-hmm. There we go. No.
Trash, you made
That
it.
also has my microphone. I don't know. That would be bad. Let me see what this is. Excited to watch too. Yeah, this is stuff you guys can watch. You can learn with us. I am excited. Hell's Reach will be coming back. Promise. We're getting it filmed. We're, going through each chunk. I promise there will be more.
Yeah, she's dead.
What?
Thank
She's
you,
been plugged
Trash.
in all night.
She's not saying anything. She won't even talk to me.
She's like, Biash? No. Here, try that.
Meow.
It was being weird.
Did she say power on?
I think so.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
lit.
It's lit.
She
so
lit up.
I'm gonna hope. Hold on, I'm gonna see where this is coming from. Because
You gotta look at the Insta 40K stuff.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's being weird.
I just have to ask, how many of you guys actually get into arguments or just creative discussions with others of you, like with each other over lore?
That's fair. I feel like
I just have
I
to
see
ask.
that in our chat already. There's like lore, like I don't know, discussions.
Because there are some comments that I've seen when we are live, even on Twitch, and then I will see someone like Preds pop in just to correct someone, else. And that specific, whatever they're all the time. Oh, good. Okay.
Everyone, constantly, all the time.
I'm just okay. Oh, whoa, chat. Okay, yeah. No.
The will actually.
Big dragon. No. Get out of here. Yeah. I feel just in my heart. This is a very large will actually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like the whole entire mood.
Yes.
Is that
30K and 40K. Just a lot of well actuallys all over the place.
Yeah, pretty much. It'd be a whole thing. Oh my gosh.
Titties! Okay.
None. No tape required. It's just doing
Blood
its
for the
greatness.
blood god. Yes.
Hey, Chaos! Thank you so
Thank you. Did you hear
much.
that?
I did.
Okay, I didn't.
What? I mean, I can't figure out why. It's only connected to our microphone instead of.
Oh,
so
wait. Then I'm not going to be
being
able to hear him.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make sure you can hear him. That's the part we're gonna have to actually fix. But we'll get it.
We'll
get it. For the skull pile. I mean, I know I can see that you didn't, but the only other one I have is microphones. So we'll see on the next one.
Me and Liv are on the same wavelength. Okay, good. Nice boobs, trash.
Let me see.
In my chat.
You can't hear that at all?
Nope, I cannot hear him. But you can hear him.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear?
No, they won't hear it.
Oh,
yet,
yeah,
'cause
you
they're
haven't
not
turned on.
screen.
Just
Here,
kidding.
give me your headphones.
Like, can everybody hear? They're like, yes, we hear you fine. You've been yelling for 5 minutes now,
Nothing.
Liv.
No tape. Promise you. I can hear it through my headphones.
Nope. No tape.
We'll get them.
No tape, I promise you. No tape.
We'll get it.
No splash,
go.
Captain. No splash. No tape. Same thing. Everyone's just mind blown.
Yeah, just what? What do you mean?
No splash, Captain.
What do you mean no tape? I don't understand. There we go. I'll fix.
I'm really
Like
freeballing
magic.
it. I don't even have pasties on.
She's like, I'm just.
Yeah. We're just vibing with a dress on.
Amazing.
Even though it's raining and semi-cold outside, I promised that I would wear a sundress. And then after I walked
that
outside
was
and
the
I saw
thing.
the
We
rain, I
had
was
to.
so mad that I promised a
She got here, she's like,
sundress.
I'm cold! And I was like,
Yeah. I brought my trench coat, though, just in case. I'm like, I will trench coat it if I have to.
Amazing. Yeah, once they're
I
off
will
my
not
head,
suffer.
they're pretty loud down the counter. Which chaos god corrupt the stream, I wonder? Love to find out.
I'm a brave woman, you're right.
Amazing. Well, should we head into this?
I'm ready.
Find
I'm
out?
ready. Let's do it.
Okay, we're gonna find out what's going on with this guy. I don't know.
As someone who
I'm
doesn't
already
necessarily
interested
serve
in his
on the
entire
side, but
mood
someone who can
and
appreciate
editing.
Them, you will not be getting my
I like
legs
editing.
today, as I will be replacing
No
them
legs.
with various things depending on which faction we are currently talking about.
Oh, I love it.
Ah.
Possible comedy
I like
to
that he
whatever the
replaces
hell
his
I am currently
legs.
doing. So, hello everybody. My name is Bricky, and this is going to be
Bricky?
a long video
Yeah.
and a large project that has
This
been
is also
going
only
on
part
for quite
one
some
of
time.
this series.
This is
So we can probably do more of them later. But we're only watching part 1 today.
40K race in kind of a nutshell,
We're
explaining
gonna be here for a while.
a little bit of
And I'm
explanation,
excited.
a
I
little
need
bit
a
of
little,
lore, a
I
little
need
bit
all
talking
of the
about tabletop,
the things
most of
around my
lore,
head
what
that
they're all
always go,
about,
what?
and also
To be
a little bit
explained.
of background for those of you who just have no clue what Warhammer 40,000 is.
Thank you.
Now, you see, Warhammer,
Ta-da.
and Warhammer
Oh
40,000
my God.
is a
I
universe
need to pay
where we
attention to what he's
know
saying and not what
plenty
he's
of, but
doing
don't
with his
know
feet.
a whole
His
lot
Okay,
legs.
I know this is a side
You
thing,
see,
but
oh,
did you
there's
guys
these
see that the
dudes
new
in big
app
power
that's coming
armor
out
with
for all the animated
chainsaw
Warhammer
swords,
stuff?
and they got these big old green orcs, and there's some bugs over
Like,
there,
yeah,
and
we knew
everyone
about it
calls
last
these
week.
guys weebs.
I love
and
his
then there's
legs.
these spiky bitches over here, and I don't get it. I don't understand.
Spiky
Where do I
bitches.
start? Well, this video
Like
is particularly for you, or for those of you who have a little bit of knowledge, but you're kind of curious about each of the different races and factions in
Yes.
Warhammer. So
Yeah.
overall, the Warhammer universe is
that a map?
vast when it comes to lore and background,
Me
and each
too, though.
different faction is so different with the things that they believe in, and some are human, some are transhuman, like where they all have all these crazy ass electronics
This
on them.
cape,
You've got
though,
aliens, and you've
I
got
love
the
how, like,
chaos factions, and there's so much
it
to
looks.
entail that I decided to embark on
There's
this
a lot of guts.
project to
Yeah.
tell you
feel
what
cold
each
out.
and every single one of them is about.
Yes,
and
I
what
was
the
trying to make
Warhammer
sure
universe is
it
about as
wasn't
well,
too
to give
low.
at least a
It
little
was
bit of
too
an
loud.
intro
It was
to this
stupid loud
extremely
when we first
bloated,
got in here.
but
I
very,
will
very
adjust.
enjoyable world that I and many others partake in. So I will be explaining
how loud
every
we've got.
single faction in the Warhammer 40K universe, at least
How
all
many
the
of you have
factions you
tattoos
can
of these?
play as, and some smaller factions.
has a
here and
Warhammer
there.
tattoo?
I will not be
That
discussing
looks like a
absolutely
whole, like, tattoo
everything in
sheet.
it because that is a little bit much, and I'm not going to go too mega deep into the lore. I'm going to give you a pretty solid overview
Good, yeah,
of
just
each of the
scrape the
different
surface.
factions and have you learn a little bit about them, and we'll discuss a little bit of the tabletop as well in
Little bit
case
of
you were
tabletop.
curious about that.
Which is still
For
new
this
to us.
episode
I think that's the
entirely,
one we don't
we
know
are
as much
discussing
about
the
is tabletop
Imperium
Right.
of
versions
Man,
of things.
because that takes up a fat chunk of Warhammer lore. What is Warhammer 40,000? Well, the
Warhammer
40,000
tattoos,
starts
I'm
off
saying.
is the year 40,000. The 41st millennium. That's where it takes place, is in the year 40,000, 41,000 AD.
You have a live
You're
tattoo?
already more
I wanna
knowledgeable.
see it.
Let me read you a quote,
what?
first of many
Tress
quotes
says he's got a
in this
live
video.
tattoo.
It is the
You're lying.
41st
I wanna
millennium.
see it.
For more than 100 years, the Emperor has sat immobile on the golden throne of Earth. He is the master of mankind by the will of the gods, and master of 1,000,000 worlds by the might of his
The Emperor is, like,
inexhaustible armies.
this
He is a
crazy
rotting
being to me.
carcass, writhing invisibly with power from the dark age of technology. He is the carrion lord of the Imperium, for whom 1,000 souls
Trash,
are
that doesn't count.
sacrificed every day so that he may never truly die.
That's why everybody's
To
gotta
be
die,
a
it's all
man in such
sacrifice.
times is to be amongst untold
sacrifices have to be
billions.
made. We know
It is
this.
to
So
live
many
in the
sacrifices.
cruelest and most
We're in a
bloody
not
regime
cult.
imaginable. These are the tales of those times. Forget the power of technology and science, for so much has been forgotten, never to be relearned. Forget the promise of
amazing that
progress
there's
and
no-
understanding,
They
for in the
forgot
grim,
technology and
dark
science, yet so
future,
many of their
there is
suits look like they
only war.
include
There is no
technology and
peace
science.
amongst the stars, only an eternity of carnage and slaughter, and the laughter of thirsting gods.
Boom.
Everything blows. And it blows fucking hard. Warhammer is
what
probably
she
the
said.
most dark and depressing
Poor him.
universes ever in fiction,
disgusting.
or at least like top 3. Everything is so absurdly horrible,
Also, was that a ship?
destructive, or overpowered that it all kind of ends up canceling itself out. It's like Dota. War rages across
Wow.
the galaxy.
Called out.
Interstellar
Oh, I'm sorry,
travel is
Dota fans.
only
Wow.
possible due to sacrificing 1,000 souls a day to a
Cole, thank
rotting
you.
carcass of
Cole,
a
thank
man
you so
who
much.
you believe to be your god.
We are definitely
Demonic
doing more Hell's
gods,
Reach,
just
I
demons
promise.
tear open
Rotting
the fabric
carcass
of
of a man.
reality on a
Ew!
whim. Other Xenos
Pick up your
or
guts.
even other humans end up killing each other in untold billions across
I like
the
that he's
galaxy.
doing, like,
It
kind
is
of
a
like
time
an
of unending
overarching
war,
explanation
slaughter, and a
before he gets
bloodbath
into
amongst
it.
everybody.
Nonstop mass
Planets
murder.
are deemed
Cole, thank
unrecoverable
you.
and are completely destroyed on a whim. Everything sucks. But that's like the charm of it.
Thousands.
See, everything in
To be
Warhammer is
sure.
evil.
I love the
But
to
being
be
evil is
specific
kind of
will
fun.
actually.
Like humanity, in its own right, is a xenophobic,
This is why I like
prejudiced,
villains.
and
Being evil
religious
is
zealot
fun.
group that kill each other
Sorry,
just
you
as
guys
much
can't
as
see
they
his legs
kill
all the
all
way.
of their enemies. And they're like mid to high tier evil on the evil scale of Warhammer.
It is
Nobody is good.
Mid to
no matter
high
who
tier.
you are,
Okay.
everyone is some flavor, some color of evil.
Flavor.
Whoever you pick, you are going to be the
flavor
bad
of
guy.
evil.
But that's the
That's
fun
like
of
one
it.
time I was like, is
'Cause
there
being
good
the
guys?
bad guy
And
is
it was like,
badass. Villains
That
are
was my
cool.
favorite. I
They
will
look
hold
cool.
that
They
in my
got
heart
cool
for
outfits. They
forever.
got cool weapons.
like,
They got cool
who's good and
armies.
who's evil?
Villains
They're
are
all
cool,
evil.
Everyone's
man.
bad.
And when everyone is a villain, everyone is pretty cool. That's what makes this so
I like
charming.
villains.
Is that everyone
So
can
this
be
is
the
cool
bad
to
guy.
me because
So
everyone
So
is
let's start
evil.
off talking
There's no
about
good.
the main bad guy, quote
The
unquote,
high tier of
the
evil.
Imperium of Man.
The main bad bitch.
The Imperium of Man is the main empire of the human race. All of humanity is under this one flag called the
Baz,
Imperium.
thank you.
About 10,000 years ago,
That's a
there was a
bad
man.
idea.
He was the emperor,
I
the
kinda wanna
emperor
watch
of
it.
mankind, a 10-foot tall psychic demigod. He led humanity
Baz,
across the
thank you
stars,
for
Baz,
that.
thank you.
colonize tons and tons of worlds, create superhuman soldiers, and really bring humanity into a new age. This man, the Emperor of Mankind, was a
at all
psyker.
the
And a
gold.
psyker is like a magician of sorts. In the world of 40K, there is the warp,
want
the
that suit.
immaterium, kind of like hell, but sort of like a purgatory dimension
So
of
hell, but not
And a
hell.
psyker is someone who
Pre-hell.
can take that power and manifest it through their mind to use
So
it to do
that's what
stuff.
they
Well, like
are.
Okay, weird man.
witchcraft stuff, magician stuff, spells, and lots of
So
other
they're
things, but we
using
don't
the
get
power
too into
of
that.
death
The
for
Emperor,
magic,
big boy
in a way.
psyker. Top tier, A+, maybe even S. Now, the Emperor created a
they're
bunch of sons. Yes,
siphoning
created
power
a
out
bunch
of,
of
like,
sons known as
hell
the
but not hell.
Primarchs. He created 20,
You're non-hell.
Yeah.
18
Hell one.
Primarchs to have them lead all of the different
I'm gonna have to watch
legions
this
of
all over again.
humanity to the different stars
Well,
and
hold on,
plans
hold
to
on,
help
hold on. We can
colonize and bring
pause.
it out.
That's the
These
point.
Primarchs are basically like little
Okay. So we're looking at
Hold up, wait a minute.
psychers. That's what we're looking at. And they're magicians. He said they're like wizards. And they pull like death magic is kind of what it seems, which makes sense because
You're hot.
when we've looked at psychers, they have skulls all over them and things like that. So it kind of like death magic made sense. Yeah, the art's really cool. And then, yeah,
Art is
18.
good.
So are they like
Psychers.
factions of psychers? Did I miss that? Space wizards.
Space.
I
Good.
like it.
I got it. I don't got it, but I got it.
Like this.
Look at that hammer.
Sea of Souls. Yeah, 21.
Look at that mouth.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like I have to back up. Okay, hold on.
Back that
We're
ass
gonna
up.
watch this
There he
again.
is.
'cause
In
I
the
need to
world
know.
of 40K, there is the warp, the immaterium, kind of
Okay,
like hell,
tell
but
me
sort of
again.
like a
This is
purgatory
why I was like, I gotta pause and go
dimension
back. This is
of
why this
hell.
is not
an
And a
hour.
psyker is someone who can take that power
gonna take a while.
and
We're gonna be here
manifest
for a
it
while,
through their
folks.
mind to use it to do stuff, like witchcraft stuff, magician stuff, spells, and lots of other things, but we don't want
Got
to get
it,
too
okay.
into that. The Emperor, big boy psyker. Top tier, A+,
Okay, so the
maybe
Emperor
even
is
S.
a
Now, the Emperor created a bunch of sons. Yes, created a bunch of sons known as the
These are his
Primarchs.
sons.
He created
Primarchs
20,
Are his sons.
Created a bunch of sons.
18
Not the fun way.
Primarchs
Where's
to
his
have
wife
them
in
lead
all this?
all of the different
What wife?
legions of humanity to the different stars
Oh,
and
God.
plans to
Made out of
help
clay.
colonize and bring it out. These Primarchs
here we
are
go.
basically like little versions of the Emperor. Not all of them are psychers, but a lot of them are very, very
Not all of them
powerful, and they lead
Huh.
his
Got it.
special Space Marine
Space
legions.
Jesus.
Then this big clusterfuck happened called the Horus Heresy, where the Emperor's
Okay,
favorite
I've heard
son,
about
the
this.
Primarch, Horus, ended up joining
Now I
Chaos
know where we're at. I
and
know where we're
using
at. I
9
found
of
us.
the- well, I guess 8. 9 of the
Hey,
18.
thank you,
half-
King
half
Doc.
I kinda
of
got
his
this part down.
Primarchs directly to Earth
not the
to
psyker
fight
part.
down the Emperor himself. Now, if you want to know what Chaos is, remember what I mentioned earlier? The warp, that immaterium, the hellish place?
That's me trying
In
to
there
I like
pay
this.
attention.
I like
the
how he
4
does
Chaos
while he's
gods.
talking.
Imagine
It
like
feels very like how
Satan
I talk
and
about
3 other Satans.
I
The
understand
warp
more when
being
he
kind
uses
of
his
evil,
hands.
Those Chaos gods, that's the reason.
This
and
is-
so
this
those
man's
Chaos
relatable.
gods manipulated Horus, and then Horus helped manipulate all 8 other Primarchs
This is
to lead
magic.
this giant coup directly on the Emperor on Earth. And they fucked up shit. After this huge civil
fuck
war,
shit up.
Horus
They just-
died, but not before brutally wounding the Emperor. And right at
Horus
the end of his
died?
life, they put the Emperor on this
Hold up,
large
wait a minute,
golden
put a little
throne on
sucker
Earth,
in it.
in which he is now alive,
There's your
just
cheers.
barely, but slowly rotting away, powering something called the
still
Astronomicon,
alive.
so long as he stays alive, and is fed 1,000 people
Necronomicon?
a day. The Astronomicon is like the North Star. If you want to do interstellar
this is how
travel
he
in 40K,
needs
you need to
sacrifices.
pass through that demonic warp I mentioned earlier. But how do you know where you're going? Well, the Emperor is there putting a nice little navigator
are
right there.
dead?
He helps navigate
Muppet
you
puppet.
to know where you're going. If you want to go from Earth to some crazy
it's
solar
all
system
from
across the way, you need to go through that warp, and then you need to know where you're going, go through there, and pop your
man.
way out. It's like
legs.
doing nether
The
travel
legs.
in Minecraft, so you can shorten the distance between going to areas. So long as
Yeah,
the Emperor
wormhole.
is alive and being fed
Shorter.
1,000 people a day
alive.
to stay
He's
alive,
alive.
you can do that.
Dead alive.
The moment he dies, interstellar travel's gone for all of
It's
humanity.
like Alex.
Oh.
You're so boned. Now, since the Horus
That's
Heresy
okay. If the
10,000
Emperor
years
dies,
ago,
you can't
the Imperium
travel.
has fallen from grace substantially.
He
No
makes
All
travel
technology
happen.
has
No
started
wormholes
to
for you.
dwindle and die. There is now giant fundamental religious extremists
Very
that
nice,
now
thanks.
believe the Emperor of Mankind was a deity, a true living god, which is probably
I
the
mean,
last
he
thing
cre-
the
it
Emperor
sounds like he
would have
created
wanted to be
everybody
remembered
else, so he
for.
kinda
So
was
now you
God.
have this thing called the ecclesiarchy, which is this giant church entirely devoted to spreading the good
Isn't that a
word
book in
of
the
the
Bible?
Emperor. He is now the holy
Here it is.
Emperor God,
In
the
his Bible,
God
it is.
Emperor
Oh,
of
now he's just-
mankind.
yeah,
and
good, good.
all of the Imperium has taken up worshiping him
These
to
legs
the
are the
fullest
book.
extent and killing anything
You
that
just wanna
isn't
pop out
humanity
of a book?
in his name. The Imperium has this futuristic
This place, the
gothic tone
artwork
to
of, like,
it
these
and a
places is
hefty
There's so much
religious
detail.
zealotry to them. If
So
you
much
think
detail.
anything against
I mean,
the
everything
Emperor,
has so much
that's
detail.
heresy and you deserve to die.
Heresy.
That is
Nobody
called
can
being a
deny the
heretic.
Emperor.
Heretics die in 40K. There is no such thing as freedom of religion. There is no such thing as freedom of speech so long as you are against the Emperor. There is no such thing as any kind of tolerance. Everyone is a religious
Bailey,
zealot.
thank you!
Some more than others, but no matter what,
Especially this guy.
preaching that good word. So right now, everyone in humanity is trying to expand their empire across the stars. If you are a heretic, someone who doesn't believe in the Emperor, you are deserving of death. If you believe in the Chaos Gods, you are also a heretic and you deserve
Oh,
death.
I didn't know
if
Heresy
you are an
against the Chaos
alien
Gods,
race of any
too.
kind, you are a filthy
Anything that's
Xenos
not
and you
Emperor.
deserve death as well.
Everybody
So
just
long
deserves
as
death?
the
Is that-
murder continues
Everyone
and
dies if you
humanity
don't say the
expands,
Emperor is
the
amazing.
Imperium of
That's it.
man
But
is
everyone
very,
deserves death no matter
very
what.
Yeah.
Happy. However, the largest fighting force of
me-
this Imperium is my personal favorite faction, and the first faction we will discuss, the Astra Militarum, or also known as
If he
the
scanned you,
Imperial
you never
Guard.
know.
The Imperial Guard. Okay, tell me everything, sir.
The Imperial
Our
Guard
first
is the
Game over,
main fighting force of the Imperium, and in a world of horrifying creatures, galactic monstrosities, the literal demons themselves breaking
there's a
through the
tank.
fabric of time to kill you, the Imperial Guard are
Tank legs.
untold
That's me, I have tank
billions
legs.
of regular men and women wearing modern day like flak armor with a laser rifle. This is the humble
These are
las
not
gun.
Space
The main
Marines.
weapon
These
of the
are
Imperial
Guard,
Guard.
so they are
It
different.
fires
I would've thought they were the
superheated
same
plasma
looking at
lasers at an
completely,
extremely
so-
fast fire rate. It is reliable,
This
never
is a
jams.
lot
It
of
can blow
Whoa,
off limbs,
Sleeper, thank
giant
you so
holes in
much
so much
for the
concrete.
bigger.
chat.
It is overall an
like
extremely
man.
devastating weapon
You look like man. You
in
small.
modern day.
Small man.
So they're just
It is
normal
one of
people.
the weakest in the 40K universe.
The joke you
Yeah,
made.
a laser
Wait.
rifle that never jams.
You
it can blow
rewind?
off limbs. One of the
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
weakest laser
You're like,
rifle. This is the humble las
Oh, I
gun,
went too far. It's okay.
the
It's
main
okay.
That's
weapon
okay, we
of
can
the
rewind.
Imperial
It's fine.
Guard. It fires superheated plasma lasers at an extremely fast fire rate. It is reliable, never jams. It can blow off limbs, giant holes in concrete.
Me
It
too,
is
though.
overall an extremely devastating weapon in modern day. It is one of the weakest in the 40K universe.
There we go.
Yeah, a laser
That's what I
rifle
was
that never jams.
I
It can
missed
blow
that.
off
Thank you for
limbs.
that.
One of the weakest weapons. That's the world
weakest.
we're in right now. But who cares?
Here?
Because the Imperial Guard
Amazing.
has
There?
in each battle
Can I have that?
500,000
Can I have that gun?
of these men and women.
Apparently you don't want
30,000
that gun.
large armored tanks,
I mean,
10,000
IRL,
artillery
it'd be fine.
batteries. The
Here, it would
Imperial
not be
Guard
fine.
wins through
Yeah.
sheer numbers and
Toss it.
firepower. They kind of have this World War I, World War II style aesthetic.
I was gonna say, the
with
outfits look
legions
very
of
like
guardsmen,
World
as
War,
well as high
like,
company commanders and
uniforms.
generals on the field along with
I'm
them,
buffering
and
up.
multiple kinds of troops. A normal Imperial Guard battle
Hi, Justin.
starts off with artillery, long lines of artillery, cracking the crust of the planet underneath the
crusting.
enemy's feet.
Whoa.
And as this barrage
just crack the whole
continues,
planet?
hundreds
That's
of
how you win a
thousands
war.
of
You just
guardsmen,
take 'em right out
sea-
Take the whole
underneath
planet out.
sea of guardsmen surges forward, firing and charging at everything possible, while the planet rumbles as
Diesel
tanks
punk.
roll up behind them. Gunships block out the sun, and tanks block out the dirt with the steps and hoof prints
So
of
apocalypse
millions of guardsmen. It is through
Everything
numbers
looks like the
and
apocalypse.
sheer
Yeah.
sundering firepower. They are the first
Fuck yeah,
and last
artillery.
line of defense for the Imperium and make up a huge bulk of the battles.
So,
the Imperial Guard is also made
in
up of
big
tons of different kinds
terms-
of regiments.
They're like the piddly babies, but you need them. Is that what I'm getting?
Aw.
They're like, you know, they're the first ones there, they're the last ones there. Like,
You don't want their fucking guns.
you don't really need
They're
them, but you
non-gem
need
guns.
them. You know?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so like if like you were playing the tabletop, like you might want to roll with these guys. Like, you do your job and I don't you're going to be probably not okay.
You're really just using them to like
Yeah.
waste, like to give you a little extra time, like.
Yeah. Like
Let's
hold
get
back
these-
the big
let's
boys,
get
like
these
whatever.
guys killed off first.
You
to give
can
us
take
time.
these little tiny piddly babies. Amazing. They're the hammer of the Emperor. Amazing.
babies with guns.
Backbone humans. That's what I'm saying. So like they're common, sort of, but they're also like very much needed because without them there is no like front line to the rest of your team.
What's the point of putting humans on the front line though?
Cannon fodder.
They're humans.
They kill something and they slow it down.
I mean, they just slow it down a little. That's it.
Which
they just
is
slow it
you
down a
need
little.
that. You need like your frontline man to
Hi,
go
David.
in and do their thing. Drown them in blood. That's how. It's just a wall of guns.
I mean,
Yeah,
out
meatball.
of everything else here, humans.
Just humans. They're really excited about the Emperor. They're gonna put on a uniform and they're gonna shoot something, and that's all they feel about, you know. I mean,
need
cannon
that.
fodder. Yeah, exactly. Oh. Okay, this makes a lot of sense.
We digress.
Yeah, but we have
The
to stop
Catachin
everyone from
jungle
like
yes.
fighters
check on this.
live in a death world that's more hospitable than almost
Sit is
any
spot
firefight
on.
they'll ever
Aw,
get into.
good.
So they just
I
have
really
this
actually really like the, like,
steroid-looking,
lore of this.
giant
Pretty
knife, Rambo Predator-looking sons of bitches,
Rambo.
where nothing is anywhere near as scary as a simple knight on their home planet.
These are the
you have
hardcore
the Valhallan
humans.
winter soldiers who haven't felt their toes in 300 years, the Mordian
Ooh.
Iron Guard who are more interested in
Ooh.
making their shoes shine than actually fighting the
there's
battle.
different
And then, of course, the
sections
big one, the Cadians
guard?
from
That's
Of course
cool.
there are.
Cadia.
Oh,
The biggest export of guardsmen in the
Okay.
entirety of the Imperium. You will fire your first gun at 5.
What's
You
in
will
his
disassemble and reassemble it at
Oh,
10.
never mind.
You will have pounding artillery drills day in and day out at 15. And you'll fight your first swarm lord at 16. And if you mention
Okay.
Cadia, you will
Well,
burst
I am
into
behind.
an unrelenting amount
did not
of
do that at
tears
16.
and sadness like I do daily. To quote, I have at
Tell
my
me about
command
this
an
planet.
entire battle group of the Imperial Guard, 50
sounds
regiments
terrible.
including specialized drop troops, stealthers, mechanized formations, armored companies, combat engineers, and mobile artillery. Over half
thank
a
you for the
million
super
fighting
chat.
men and
Thank you.
30,000 tanks and artillery pieces are mine to command. Emperor, show
Okay,
mercy
thank
to
you
the
so,
fool
so,
that
so
stands
much.
against
Thank
me,
you for loving the
for
stream.
I
Thank you.
shall not. The Imperial Guard are my personal favorite
I love
faction
that you
in
guys like to
40K.
be here.
Thank you
They're the
so,
army
Okay,
I
hold
call-
on, hold on. I heard so many things I need
I
to
missed
know.
all of it. I missed all of it. Give me like 1 minute back. There we go.
Imperial
wanted to-
Guard,
I wanna hear
50
it.
regiments including specialized drop
I know,
troops,
Cadia sounds
stealthers,
like a
mechanized formations, armored companies, combat engineers, and mobile artillery. Over half a million
need a
fighting
40K
men
tree.
and 30,000 tanks and artillery pieces
Before
are
we
mine
start,
to
this is
command.
where we branch off with all
Emperor,
these
show
guys.
mercy
This
to
is
the
where we
fool
branch off
that
with all these
stands
guys.
against me,
probably is.
for I shall not. The Imperial Guard are my personal favorite
that-
faction in 40k. They're the army I collect the most, the ones I enjoy
So there's
playing the most,
sub-factions and
and the one I enjoy in the lore
like,
sense a
God.
lot. There's something about just a regular
a
man with a laser
sub-faction just the
rifle
side
being
bitch
told
of
to
the
charge
faction?
the
Why, there's, like, 4
horrors
different
of
kinds
this
in this one?
universe
Of
and
sub-factions?
willingly doing so
Wait.
for his god emperor. It's just
Where are we
poetic.
again?
They actually represent the main.
Damn it!
So he said, because there was different ones. So Cadia was one kind of
Right,
planet,
yeah,
and then there
yeah.
was the guys that had like the blue jackets. Then there was like the Rambo men.
Yeah, we went through all those. Okay.
Yeah. So there's like sub factions of guard.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I caught that. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm good. I thought
That's
I
what
was
I
lost
mean.
and I'm not lost.
No. I was like,
I know where I'm at.
What?
I know where I'm at.
And then
Also,
Cadia's
I love
apparently
you,
a bad
Bells. I love
time.
you, and I'm really glad that you're here, and I love you.
I love you.
I'm glad that you're here with us, and I love you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's wild.
Hi, John.
But yeah, it's basically a meat wall. I like this guy over here that looks like he's like holding a cigar in his mouth and just like ready for war.
A meatwall just sounds like when you go to those, what are those restaurants where they have like the skewers of all the meat that they cook in front of
On
you?
the big thing
Yeah.
and they like cut it down. Those
Um,
are so good.
That's what that sounds.
Yeah, so good.
I can't think of the name. to
I
save
don't know
my
what the
life.
name of it is, but I know what you're talking
I've
about.
gone there before. Damn it.
Amazing. Neat troops. Okay, cool. So every planet comes with a different kind of guard.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes. Okay.
Cool. Okay. We can go back in. We had to.
Imperial
going,
Guard
we're going, we're
tactics
Check
are
our
pretty good.
brains.
Yep.
Large amounts of
Brain
artillery that
checks.
doesn't require a line of sight. Lots of tanks, tons of infantry,
Yeah, so
drop
you gotta have
troops,
your
and gunships.
babies.
Overall, they're pretty similar to how they sound, though a little bit expensive to collect, unfortunately. And they don't hit a lot. They have a bit of a bad aim, but you don't really care because you're just
So
drowning
they're the
them in shots.
stormtroopers.
However,
of
if you want more
40K.
accurate fire and specialization, we can move on to talk about Spetsmarines.
I'm sorry.
Space
What?
Marines.
The Angels of Death are up next.
Wait. Is anybody's
He
like?
needs to say that again.
I'm gonna
He needs to
like
say that
rewind
again.
for that. Before we move on to the next faction, though, like I want to check in with chat. Do you guys have a lot of like guard when you play? Do you guys play with a lot, or do you like who then? Screw the guard. Cause like, it sounds like it's a kind of a need if you were building an army to have some kind of guard.
Mhm.
Amazing. I like to Space Marines. Maybe. I know, right? There's so many things I'm learning right now. This is like the best video. 120 models? They're better than stormtroopers? I don't know. He just said they don't hit a lot.
That's a lot. I'm guessing it's not a
Blood
lot, but it
Angels,
seems like a
no
lot.
guard. Okay, so you're more of a space marine lad. I have guard. Oh god. Guard is badass.
Judgment. Pretty soon we'll be judging you for what you're really into.
An army is only made of one faction. Oh, you can't have like pieces in your army? I would think like I'd want like a row of like guard, a row of this. Like I want
Sid
you to
wants
go
everything.
through walls.
Sid wants a little bit of everything.
That's how we win the war, but maybe they don't want to deal with each other.
Works.
It
They'll
makes
end up
sense.
just killing each other.
Yeah, I'm like, oh well.
I have orcs.
Blood Angels
lots of
is my
orcs.
army. I have orcs, lots of orcs. Less than what?
I'll just have at
Amazing.
least a few hundred models
All
at the
the
very
things.
least. Woohoo!
Smurfs.
That's not cheap.
Thinking about collecting Sisters of Battle, so you have Space Marines, so it is only one faction. I want to put them all together. I would like a little of everything. That sounds great. But apparently that's not a thing you can do. I was hoping. You'd need so many of these guys, though. Okay, they just told me basically they're the piddly babies of the group. You'd need so many to versus some of the other things. Like, oh god.
You can't put them together.
Death Guard had fun
You can't put them
playing it.
together. Okay.
You can put them together. Okay, good. I was like, oh god. I'm a heretic.
You just lose some abilities.
I didn't say I didn't like the Emperor.
Putting them together, you lose some abilities? Is that what you were saying?
Oh. As they don't work well together. More tanks. Lots of tanks. You can play whatever you want. Yes.
You can play however you want to play.
Hundreds of guards. Yeah. I play Kill, team, collect, and paint a little of everything. Okay.
Detachment
It's looking
rules.
miserable.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I paused on a moment for him.
Detachment rules. Got
So many babies. They're veterans.
That's like when Alex and I work together. There are detachment rules.
They're like, we need a little apart time, but then you need...
Sid knows this because she stands off on the side and just watches everything go down.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, I'll break this up if I
Yes.
need to. But
She's like,
usually you gotta let him
I'm
yell
just
it
going to
out.
order food and watch this go down. Who's hungry?
Honestly, the printer has become a safe haven in this building. Everyone does stuff, and I'm like, I'm gonna go print some things. I'll be
I
back.
feel like I've seen that happen. Especially when we start throwing stuff at each other.
I'm like,
It's a
you
good time.
do whatever war's happening in here. I'm gonna go back to work. Okay, bye. Amazing. Okay, so that's what we know about these. Babies of the group, not always great. You need a lot of them and a lot of tanks. They come with tanks. So that's good.
Tanks are good.
As long as you friends
Tanks
agree.
slow things down a little bit.
Okay, so if you have friends that want to play 40K and they let you mix stuff without being too snippy about it, you can. Cool.
Who needs Titans? Who?
About the point value.
Lots of tanks,
Yeah,
okay.
There's so many things to learn. I'm excited for
Not
this
babies,
section.
average.
'cause
Storm!
Space Marines.
Hello, dear.
Not in depth. Yeah.
I
Rick,
hope
we're
you're
just
doing
looking
well.
at kind of like factions and that kind of stuff because we're kind of still new to 40K. So we're still learning. Thank you so much for the super chat. We're getting there. We're learning. This is pretty good. It's connecting a lot of the dots we keep talking about different factions, but not really like in depth for them.
He's doing really well.
Yeah.
I'm getting it.
This is helping, like Bells was saying, connect a lot of dots for us.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, you know, we painting, we're
We're
looking
still
at these
just
factions.
scraping the surface, but at least
This
we're
is
connecting.
New to us. Planet literally bug before that.
Pizza! Hi,
Poor
baby.
Cadia. Now I feel bad. I want to learn all about Cadia. Somebody send me a
It's
video
about the
that makes me
swarm
cry
ants.
about this planet's loss.
This is a one beefy man.
Yeah. Amazing. Hey, pizza! Thank you. And I should have switched it back to a Warhammer sound, but SpongeBob.
That was funny.
Uh,
I want to go back
Wait,
like
wait, wait.
5 seconds for him to say that again.
yeah. I know. Yeah, we gotta go back.
I gotta. like,
We
10
probably will.
seconds.
Like, I might go back and watch some of our videos now that I know more about the factions when we do these. We're only doing part 1 also today, and there's more parts, so we could do more of them later.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, between
Because you're just
our first video and I want to say the first 1, 2, 3 videos,
Yeah.
like the whole time. I mean, okay, never mind. Still to these videos, I'm like, what's going on? Who are those guys? What is that? Who's that?
Yeah. So now that
What are
like,
they doing?
yeah, we can go back now
And then
knowing
didn't get a
more.
lot of
Watch the first video and be
yeah.
like, oh, that's who that is. Okay, yes. Amazing. And thank you for that super chat. You guys are amazing.
Yeah, thank you guys. Okay, good.
Before the guard. That just sucks. I need to know.
drowning them in shots. However, if
Okay.
you want more
hear
accurate
this
fire
man
and
say it.
I would like
specialization,
him to say the
we can
thing.
move on to talk
I'm
about
ready.
Space Marines.
Space
Just
Marines.
Space Marines.
The Angels of Death are up next. Space Marines
Angels
are
of Death.
genetically
I didn't actually know that was-
engineered
It
super
cut out for a
soldiers and
second. I was like,
superhumans.
what did he
They're
just
given
say? Space
extra
Marines.
Organs.
Got it. Space
Their
Marines.
skin tissue is toughened. Their bones are stronger. They're taller than the average person.
Yeah,
They're
see,
pretty
this compared
massive
to like
people.
a human.
And these are
like,
the
Yeah.
This doesn't seem fair.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not
I wanna
fair.
check in.
That's not fair at all.
Cadia, the planet before the guard. Huh. Okay, cool. I want to know. I was like, I want to know the things.
The what?
Recommend the Templin Institute on Cadia, the planet that broke before the guard. That was that planet he was like, oh, this is a bad time.
Oh, okay, yes.
Whatever. I'd be curious to see, like, more info about
Why
how
didn't
that...
we bring a notepad in here,
I know,
Sydney?
like,
Where's my notes?
I'll watch this later. We're keeping it as a VOD so everybody can enjoy it later. It'll be
Siri,
great.
take notes. She's sleeping.
She's like, nah.
She's sleeping.
She's not Maddie's, so she doesn't
Siri!
listen.
Watch yours go. Okay, yours is off too. If I keep yelling, someone's will go off.
Someone's going off
Someone's out there will
somewhere.
go off. Okay.
Amazing. So
Space
I
Marines.
didn't actually understand until just now that Space Marines and the Angels are the same thing.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
I still
This
know
is something
very,
I just
very
learned.
few things. Yay! We're learning.
A whiteboard for notes. I know. I have my phone. Like,
We
I
have
literally
lots of
could put it-
whiteboards.
But
We have
like,
lots of
this is
whiteboards.
going to be saved. I'll go through it later.
Go back and watch ourselves.
Space Wolves all the way! Rick, thank you so much.
We are also in the YouTube room and not downstairs in the stream
I
room.
just crashed into it. Oh, God.
If you guys notice the behind us.
I like
Which
it up
room
here.
we are in. No, I love
feels,
it up here too.
Feels
Yes.
nice. It
But-
feels like when we're YouTube, we can like have YouTube space.
Yeah.
And then
This
we
is
can
a
have Twitch
load of
space.
barnacles.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah.
Also, this room feels much more professional-esque.
Yeah.
Not that the other one doesn't, but there's so much in that room all over the place. It's very tidy, it's very clean, but I mean, we got pom-poms, we got
Got so many things.
so many things. We have hammers. We have hammers.
We do have hammers. Okay. Space Marines.
Space Marines.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Specialized
They're
super
really tall,
soldiers
apparently.
that
Space
carry out a
Marines.
lot of the more specific
How tall is
tasks
the
for the
average Space
Imperium.
Marine?
And there's
9
tons of legions
As
of them.
tall as
In
the
fact,
tall
there's
lady.
one per Primarch. Each Primarch, the Emperor's son, as I mentioned before,
Beefy boys.
oversees their legion of Space Marines. The genetic
Okay.
upgrade they get is based on the genes of said Primarch. It's something called a gene seed. That's what brings them up to this like superhuman level. As stated, each Primarch
grow
has their
from
own legion.
seeds.
Robot
Gene
Girly
seeds.
Man has the Ultramarines, Jagatai Khan has the White Scars, Rogel Dorn has the Imperial Fists, Corvus Corax has the Raven Guard, and there's a whole bunch of other side sections that are also extremely interesting and have a
This is
little bit
why
more of a
everybody
twist on
paints
the
them so
average
different.
Space Marines, which we will discuss in a bit. Humorously enough, I don't have a whole lot to
Did Nick
say
ever paint
about
pink
Space
Space
Marines.
Marines?
They're superhumanly fast. In fact, it's been said that nothing that large should
See, like,
move
this
that
isn't
quick.
fair
Yeah,
These
bullet
men
in
in
his
power
head.
armor moving at
Compared to,
blazing
like,
fast
the
speeds.
average
Their
human. Like,
reflexes
this
are
shouldn't
faster.
fair.
Their skin is
Yeah.
tougher. They are overall just
Humans can't last
extremely
that long. It
powerful
doesn't make any
soldiers.
sense.
In fact,
They're
where
just
they
like
differ
super
comes
soldiers,
down to which
basically.
Space Marine Legion we're talking about. For instance, the Ultramarines done by Robot Gilliman,
Take me now.
are the main blue boys, strong in almost
feel less
every
bad
way,
when you
the
mention
jack of all
stuff.
trades kind of group that are a little bit too strong, and that's a lore problem. But
That's a lore
the
problem.
White Scars by
Wait,
Jagatai Khan
do you guys-
are all
do you
about
guys
speed,
blame that a
freaks,
lot?
go fast. We're talking
That's a
attack
lore
bikes.
problem.
We're talking land
I do
speeders.
like
You
that
want
they
to
get
go in
bikes.
quick. You want to hit them hard. You want them to
pretty
be
cool.
swarming around like buzz flies. Buzz
A
saws.
service
Buzz
set.
saws.
It looked like
Buzz
a bullet.
flies?
With the speed of
Fuck
buzz
is a
saws.
buzzfly?
Fuck you, Pale King. Salamanders love fire. Fire in the forge, fire in battle. Flamers, melta-guns, multi-meltas.
The
Just
call-outs
so long as
from
something
other
is burning,
games.
that's big. And they're
Oh
also
my
actually some of the
God.
nicest of the Space Marines. A lot of Space
I
Marines
like
have
this
this kind of
man
like
already.
holier than thou thing because of their
Who's the
genetic
nicest? Who are the
strength.
nicer?
However, the
I
Salamanders
was
evil?
tend to
distracted.
put
You
buzz
can
saws
rewind, but
He said space bugs.
with the speed of buzz saws.
I knew what you were talking about, baby. It's fine.
Fuck you, Pale King. Salamanders love fire. Fire in the forge,
Salamanders, there we
fire
go.
in battle. Flamers, melta
Fire.
multi-meltas. Just so long as something can be burning, that's big. And they're also actually
Salamanders.
some of the nicest of the Space Marines. A lot of Space Marines
Salamanders
have
are
this
the
kind of like
nicest.
holier than thou thing because of their
So we
genetic
like fire, but we're
strength.
nice.
However, the Salamanders
Holier
tend to
than
put
thou.
human lives above
gotta
the
be
lives
redheads.
of themselves, which is actually rather rare. They're also all black.
Yeah, because
But not like just regular black, like 2 a.m. line at a White Castle black. Like they have a charcoal, dark,
Wow.
ashy exterior and blazing red eyes. Apparently something about living on their home planet of Nocturne, which I don't know if that
Okay.
makes much sense, but who cares?
Nocturnal?
This is like fantasy land anyway.
Yeah, I was like,
Overall,
Nocturnal
Salamanders
makes
are actually
sense.
one of my personal favorite legions because they're just
Cool words from
really
Latin.
cool.
That's good.
They're fun to play as because of all their flamer weapons, and they
Thank
have
you,
a nice,
Corey.
like, more
And it hasn't made
heartwarming
noise yet, but I
lore
see you.
as opposed to being super evil like everyone else is. Oh my god, we're not even a quarter of the way through the Space Marine legions. Imperial Fists.
Go quicker,
use
go
the
quick,
power
go
of
quick, go
siege
quick. Come
and
on, boy.
defensive
That's a
positions.
baby.
Raven
That is a
Guards,
baby. What
masters
is
of
that?
stealth and sabotage.
What is
Iron
it?
helmets.
What?
Iron, not like just
I was like, that's a child.
that is a small child.
as opposed to being
Real quick, what was that?
It's a Space
super
Marine
evil like
cherub.
everyone else is. Oh my god, we're not even a quarter of the way through the Space Marine legions. Imperial Fists believe in
This baby up here. You can't. I can't even point to it because we're in this little cherub. What? It's just a regular. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you think cherub when you see it, but
It's a cherub.
40K could literally
But
be
a
any.
Space
Literally be
Marine
anything.
Cherub.
good. Okay, we're just checking.
In the power of the siege and defensive
You-
positions,
It's a flying
Raven
baby!
Guards, master of stealth
Flying
and sabotage
robot
while
baby.
having bird helmets. Iron Hands,
Bird.
masters of machines and vehicles while being really
Masters
goddamn
of
good
fucking shit
at
up.
being sold on eBay after one nerf. Space
Oh.
wolves, Vikings and wolves and tons of wolves and
Space wolves.
axes,
I
battle
have heard a
axes,
lot about
fur
these.
everywhere. Space
pretty
wolves, so angry, big teeth,
Angry,
blood angels,
big teeth.
genetic defect to make them want to drink blood and go crazy called the Red Thirst. They have cupid wings and stuff, which is a little bit strange, and they are all super gay for Sanguinius. Dark angels are old school knights and inner
Well, me
circle
too, though,
theme
now.
and
Are you a heretic?
Me? No.
This
never.
is a load of
No,
barnacle.
never.
Death Watch,
Yay, thank you for that
fancy
super chat.
anti-Xenos group
Thank
that
you.
nobody plays because Death Watch and they look cool.
Amazing. There's an extra part. of
Space wolves, I
information.
like those. He's going very quick, very quick.
I know. He's like boom, 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 boom.
I just need this part again.
Yes.
And go crazy called the Red Thirst. They have cupid wings and stuff, which is a little bit strange, and
wings
they are
and
all
bloodthirsty.
super gay for Sanguinius. Dark angels are old school knights and inner circle theme and
Are you a heretic?
Me? No. Never. Once in a blue moon, I know.
Death Watch,
Never.
fancy anti-Xenos group that nobody plays because Death Watch and they look cool though, but no one plays them. I don't know.
No one plays them.
Chat. Who has a Death Watch person?
But who does?
Like, why don't we play them?
40k is life.
Like, why is Death Watch so like, ooh, we don't do that. Mm-mm.
Why do you care less?
Like, why? It's the best! I play Death Watch. Okay, I have Death Watch. Okay. We have people that play it. I was like, why do you say nobody
They
plays
suck.
it?
But why do they suck? Explain yourself. You know,
Me too, though. They're cool. I play them. Different chapters. Interesting.
They'd be cool though. They'd be cool.
Your friend plays Death Watch? Yeah, so I was like, what? They don't have many models. So they're just not a
Mexi.
well-expanded portion of 40K to, like, purchase.
I'm
maybe.
just here. I'm glad you're just here, Pizza.
Very specialized. Tabletop rules.
Very specialized.
Bad rules, awesome lore.
So you don't like the rules?
The rules behind them might not be great.
You don't like to play by the rules. Okay. Special
Aren't a
Forces unit of the
chapter
Space Marines.
Alien hunters drawn from every chapter? So they're complicated.
No, Frey, we were asking why a lot of people don't.
Yeah, like
play
why
them.
they don't want to play these guys. Because he's like, not a lot of people played them. And I was like, well, why? Mix of a bunch of legions specifically for our
This is a load of
Okay.
barnacle.
Brian, thank you.
I've learned things.
They were about until they got
Got the
new
new
boys.
Can be a
5 guys and
squad.
5
Okay,
bikes.
so maybe they're good now. They weren't so great then when they didn't really have a lot of figures for them. Is what I'm sensing. Okay. Okay, I'm coming back.
About Death Watch, they're there though. Black Templars for the people who, if you
She
haven't
says good,
prayed
but
at
what she
least
means
3
is worth
times
the
a
damn.
day, you're gonna start praying out that airlock. And I'm sure there's some other chapters I may have missed as well, like Crimson Fists and stuff. But those are the main ones right here. Here.
Those are the
Quote
ones we
from the
talk
Emperor
about.
himself. They shall be my finest warriors, these men who give of themselves to me. Like clay I shall mold them, and in the furnace of war I shall forge them.
So they are
shall be of
completely
iron
just
will
gods.
and steely
They're
sinew.
clay, he
In
molds.
great armor I shall clad them,
Brings
and with the
away.
mightiest weapons shall they be armed. They will be untouched by plague or disease, no sickness shall blight them. They shall have such tactics, strategies, and machines that no foe will best them in battle. They are my bulwark against the terror. They are my defenders of humanity. They are my space marines, and they shall know no fear.
Yeah.
And on the tabletop, they
Yeah.
fuck. Oh, they fuck hard. As of making this video, Space
I'm
Marines are
sorry.
laughably strong. That might change at some point, but overall, Space Marines just have
What?
it's like a Swiss Army knife. A tool for anything you need, except it's like a gold-plated Swiss Army knife. It is extremely
Okay, so
strong.
these-
if you are
where
actually
the other
getting
ones were the
into
weenie
tabletop
babies.
Warhammer,
Swiss Army
Space
knife.
Marines
These guys are
are
like,
a great start. Also, whatever gameplay style you have, whether you want to be sit back with long range and heavy weaponry, go fast and run in, or even
back.
just full melee, all of these options are
I'm a
totally there
melee.
for you. Space
She's a
Marines
sit-back boy.
are
So you
super
need wolves.
badass.
I'm
But
a melee boy.
unfortunately, it's time we start praying to our new god, the 2011 Honda Civic.
So is it
What?
any wonder people are afraid of technology?
Technology!
Honda.
Technology.
The Adeptus Mechanicus. The Adeptus Mechanicus are a technophile cult on Mars. Now, these
This is
people
a
are a
load
little
of
weird because they don't actually
barnacles.
really believe in the Emperor of Mankind.
them?
And you might think,
Thank
oh,
you.
whoa, Bricky, that sounds like some heresy.
Interesting. Thank you so much for
A
that.
little bit. They believe
on
in
Mars,
the Emperor.
which is not
They
an
believe in
imaginary
his
planet.
power, but they don't pray to
everything
him.
else is-
They
but
pray
it-
to something called the Omnissiah. And the Omnissiah is this kind of machine god that they believe permeates in all machines. And if you think, well, wait a minute, they believe in a different god as well? That sounds like super heresy. Well,
Heresy.
yes-ish, but they also make all your guns.
But
And
it's
they make all
okay.
your tanks.
So they can do what they want.
And they make everything that you have,
I like it.
so you can't really tell them to fuck off.
Heretics, but we can't kill you.
Because
They are-
Please
you're
make my
not going to
stuff.
win nothing if you don't.
Look at
got
that
stuff
boy.
to
They
shoot
are
people
the
with.
building
See,
blocks.
their Omnissiah at least makes sense
He
from
needs
their
to shoot people with.
standpoint. They believe
But
it to
also
be a
they're
deity that
heretics.
permeates through
Okay.
all
A
machines.
little bit of both.
Your Honda Civic, your standard
yeah.
bolt gun, your Dune Strider Walker,
You
your
hate them, but
giant
you have
mechs,
to kiss their
your
ass.
huge ships. The Omnissiah is present through all. And the
Okay, so
only
they
reason
literally
your
have their
stuff
hands in
works
everything.
is because
it.
the machine's spirit in it
So they can do
says
whatever the
it
hell they
works.
want
If
because
you
they
want
make
your gun
everything.
It
to
feels like a
work,
get out
your
of free
tank
card,
to
like jail free
run,
card.
You must
Like,
pray
for
to
sure.
it. And I mean full stop.
This
You
is
just
a
need to
load
start
of
chanting in high
Created
Gothic.
with a,
You need to burn
get a
jail free
incense. You need to sit on your knees and pray to that card. You need to rub oil on your robes, and you need to go ahomina, homina, 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 homina. Full stop. If you want your damn thing to work, if you want your gun to fire, you need to do that. They are.
You better
Oh,
pray.
That's
they
what I'm gonna do
actually
before
have
we
a bit
like
of a
have
Oil
guns
up
in any
and
game.
pray.
It's obviously working. And
Y'all are
if you
wild
look
up
at
in
them,
here.
I don't know how that works. So they obviously know something about what they're doing. The most notable member of the Adeptus
He
Mechanicus
looks
is
badass.
Magos, whatever. Belisarius Call.
Magos,
Look at this
Magos?
dude. Look at this
Is
dude.
that a megaphone?
Yeah.
Yep.
This is
You
the
answered
group
my
we're
question.
talking about.
Uh-huh.
These are these weirdos. Here, the Omnissian Creed. The credo, Omnissiah. There is no truth in flesh, only betrayal. There is no strength in flesh, only weakness. There is no constancy in flesh, only decay. There is no certainty in flesh, but death. Flesh is weakness.
Flesh is just not flesh.
Is death. The Omnissiah is the god of the machines.
Having
and if
flesh
you wish
is-
to be
have-
whole, if you
is
wish to be
considered a
holy,
weakness.
if you wish to give unto him, you must saw down your limbs and remove
Cannibal
your
kink?
organs and replace them
Oh.
with mechanical parts, because that is what he wants, and that is how you will become enlightened. Hard technophiles.
Become enlightened.
Is this how robots take over?
Oh fuck.
I feel like this is an entire
They
like
make you
this
weapons.
society is like
If they make you
mechanical.
weapons,
mechanical only. You can
flesh
have like
is weak.
you need the core to
John,
be
that's
alive,
us.
but not your actual limbs.
If I only had a brain. Yeah, that's it.
Pretty much, yeah. Rise of the machines. So yeah, this is like how machines take over. They just need us as hosts, basically.
You right.
A
Oh, I don't
cyborg.
like any of that.
A religious cyborg, kinda. That's what I'm getting. Oh,
AI is banded. Wait, what?
it's
machine
super
spirits.
heresy. Oh yeah,
They hate AIs.
yeah. Because
Yeah,
like they
super
said, like
heresy.
tech
Yeah.
and science and all that stuff is dead and all that
Right.
stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like they need the core of a human because they can't have artificial intelligence, but the rest of them is like
Return
fully
to
built
robot.
into a machine.
Thank you for that. We see you. It'll pop up in like 2 seconds.
It's like your body is not good enough. I need your core. I need your brain
Not robots, AI.
and like your
stupid.
innards. But
Super
like
heresy, everybody.
limbs, remake them. Humans don't have good enough ones.
So if my arm gets cut off, and I
That's it. Join the like
And I
makers
get
of
it
everything.
replaced.
This is a load of barnacles.
Hey, Jam, thank you.
Jam, thank you so much for that.
This is a
Travis,
load of
also thank you so much.
barnacles.
Thank you.
We see you in the super chat.
Yeah, we're definitely going into more. We just need to like have like a base of lore. So this is where we're kind of starting.
Yeah. We're
Wow.
just scraping the surface. That's
Yeah.
it.
They need your innards, okay?
I don't like that either.
I just had to.
Mixed
I had
with
to check.
religious extremism.
Make sure.
Adeptus Mechanicus. Now, for their army side of
Okay.
things, they are with the Scutari. The Scutari operate with very bizarre
like you had a
weaponry
stutter.
and lots of different kinds of
Scutari.
vehicles, tanks, and different people in between. They're very weird, but they have extremely wacky and enjoyable, and in fact quite effective, both in the real game and in the lore, weaponry and gear. Overall, as an army on the tabletop, they're very weird and have a whole bunch of different shenanigans. But if
can
you
imagine
like
how
I
that
like
would be
shenanigans.
wacky
Paint that,
techno
though.
thing,
Yeah, the
I'd give
painting.
them a pick
Could you
up.
imagine trying to
Hell,
paint that?
They're so paranoid. I gotta keep going. They're so paranoid and crazy. These Dune Striders you see right here, one guy was able to make them work. One guy, and he died. And they're so scared they'll never work again that they keep them on and they never turn them off, and they run around in a circle the whole time until they need them, and
Really?
then they corral it and they go into
They're
battle.
like, I don't know how to fix this. The guy died, so
Let it go.
The
we just
Adeptus
can't stop.
Mechanicus. Now, if you want to talk
That's
about
when, like, if you're
faith,
scared of your
though,
car dying, so you just
Oh,
don't turn
Yeah,
it off.
you
You have to
just
go
don't.
to somewhere.
Never turn it off. It's like when your laptop's dying
Yeah.
and it won't turn back on. So
Leave
you
it on.
just
Leave it on.
never-
Leave it
never
on.
turn it
You'll
off.
kill it.
Battle of the Adeptus Sororitas, if that's how I pronounce it correctly.
Look at those titties.
Is an all
Wait, so we
female
went Sisters
group
of Battle,
Yes.
right?
battle
Is that what I heard?
sisters going through the
Those are some
ecclesiarchy
battle boobs.
section of the Imperium. The ecclesiarchy is, of course, the
Ah, the
church.
sisters.
This is, imagine
We have
a
so many of these,
private
so I wanna
army
know about them.
of the church, which is scary. And it is. The sisters are an extremely zealous force, and they take this to a full extreme. They believe in three main
What was he
things:
wearing on his leg?
faith, martyrdom, and fire. Through the bolter, the
fire.
flamer, and the melta,
This is why we like them.
the
A lot
sisters
of
of
fire,
battle
a lot
are
of fuego.
extremely potent at taking out chaos and heretics. Mainly heretics, because as they are a fighting section of the ecclesiarchy church, that's the big thing they want to kill.
legs!
Any
Yeah.
form of
He's
heretic
gotta wear
will
his,
face
like,
the
good
emperor's
skirt today.
justice through those three main
church
weapons:
skirt.
the
Yeah.
bolter, the flamer, and the melta, and
to
they
make
will
sure
do
they
so
won't, like,
with
burn 'em in
extreme
fire and everything else.
prejudice. Literally. They are the closest things we have to nuns in space. And I'm talking
Space nuns.
hardcore nuns. They carry
like it.
holy fire on their backs. They have holy books and
want holy
sigils
fire.
all across their armor.
On their back,
Their
can you
main
imagine?
battle
We'd be
tank
warm all the
is a
time.
I wanna be
fucking
that lady
pipe
when I get
organ
old.
missile launcher. They have small
organ missile launcher,
babies
goddamn.
that they have
The cherubs.
like removed their brain capacity to make them little servant cherubs to fly around and give them ammunition and shit. They drop
Incredible.
churches from low orbit as mini drop pods onto battles. They drop churches.
You need
into
Jesus.
battles.
Boom.
and they blare
This is the most
war
extreme
hymns
I've
and
ever
holy
seen
music
of a
from their
uni
frigates
Jesus.
in low
They are
atmosphere
cool space
and
nuns.
shower holy water across the battlefield. These are the people you are dealing with, and they're fucking awesome. They can
Amazing.
literally stave
You can tell how
off
much love he has for them.
demons on the tabletop because their faith is that strong.
Damn.
Remember the
They
warp,
what?
the
Their
demons
faith
from
is
the
so
warp?
strong,
Well,
they
the warp
can
also
get demons,
manifests
like,
in
off
your
the
mind.
board.
Oh.
All of your
Because they're
emotions,
so,
negative and
like,
positive, go through the
big
warp.
into
It's
their
the
faith.
That's
immaterial,
called
the
a quick
place of
exorcism.
all things. So if you are that mentally fortified, that mentally strong, you can stave off horrifying demons. And all these girls, not a crack. Not a crack in that mental armor. Now, as much as a meme as they are, and as much as their models look a lot like Ongo Gablogo,
Oh man, I
Yeah.
love it.
which I can't unsee anymore, I gotta say, I love their design. I think
I
they're
do. We were
extremely
talking about the
cool.
short
They're
white
another
hair the other
army that I'm
day.
currently
Like, that's
collecting.
kind of a known
They just
piece
released
of
a
them.
whole new line of
Oh,
figures
yeah.
very recently, and they look wonderful. Everything from Celestine, the living, literally undying saint, from the triumph of Saint Catherine, which is literally a funeral procession
details are
as
really,
a
like,
model. Those organ things
cool.
I mentioned
But also they're very, like,
earlier.
church,
This shit is the
like,
most
details.
over-the-top badassery in a
With
lot
the,
of the
like,
Warhammer
arches and
universe,
all
and
that
goddamn
stuff.
it,
Oh
is
yeah,
it
all
over
the
top.
religious
But
things.
Yeah.
All
Sisters
the
of
religious
Battle
things.
are so cool.
Symbols
While
and-
I'm a
Yeah.
guardsman at heart, this is such a cool faction. By bolter shell, Flamer Burst and Melta Blast,
Which one's the most excited about
mutant,
this one?
the
Oh, yeah.
heretic, and the traitor alike are cleansed of their sin of existence. So it has been for
Lots of
5
new
millennia,
models coming
so
soon.
shall it
Oh,
be
yeah.
until the end of time. And speaking
I mean, they sound badass.
of
Like,
burning
even
demons,
Oh, burning
Hey, what up, Waffle?
Okay.
Wait, what?
So, like, we're going to Grey Knights now. So he's done
Okay.
with Sisters of Battle. That's so cool, though.
I'm a hoe for Gothic era architecture.
And there's so much in their design. Like, it's very Gothic, like, church
Yeah.
architecture. Even that, like, tank had, like, the organ pipes on it. Like, what?
So much character.
That was really cool. But also, can you just imagine if, like, you really liked demons and such, and then your friend was like, haha, Sisters of Battle, and then, like, you're
Be
screwed.
gone with you.
It sounds like you just screwed.
She
Like-
said, bye, bitch.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Izzy.
Nuns with guns. That's basically
Yeah.
it. But
That
they're
was
like,
one of the first things that I heard was Nuns with Guns. It was Sisters of Battle.
that's so cool. I'd like heard their name, but I didn't understand like all their details. So this
Yeah.
is like a lot more about like who they are and what they like. I love that they like fire, which makes sense because like cleansing fire and everything. So like,
That's, yeah,
oh my
cleanse it with fire.
gosh. Cleanse it with fire. And they just dump holy water on people and drop churches.
I'm about it.
I get like instead of like a drop ship, it's like a whole damn church.
These bitches are creative.
I love that. Oh my gosh, cosplay it. You know,
like
we've
some
talked
Wizard
about
of
it, but
Oz
also
shit.
armor is like, it's a whole thing. So it would take some time to build that one.
Don't drop any house on a witch. Drop a whole church.
Drop the whole church. We don't
Drop
need
the whole
houses in a
church.
tornado. A whole church.
Drop church. Not drop trow. Drop church.
Yeah, burn in the holy fire, and then they'd like take the whole
Metal
water
nuns.
on top of it.
Yeah,
and
metal as fuck.
Oh my god. For the Emperor.
Burn
Thank
the
you,
witch.
pizza.
Back to work. See you all. Aw, pizza. I hope that you're feeling better, and thank you so much for stopping
Yeah,
by.
very much burn the witch vibes. Like,
Their holy water is napalm.
yeah, but damn. Ugh.
Woo!
This is a load of
Oh my gosh.
barnacles.
With the Hell's Reach series, what do you mean, what's up with it? So we did the first part, and we're still going to put out more parts. We just got to get them edited and things like that. Like, we don't just,
Yes.
like, boom, boom, boom. We mix it in with all of other content.
We are not as quick as we would like to be. We're getting there, though, I promise. I'm
But
doing
God.
better. Thank you all. Take care.
Amazing. Okay, so Grey Knights.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Where are we?
You
Oh,
want to go back a little
just a
bit?
tiny.
That's fine. Yeah, we were right there. He, like, read
Okay.
that.
of burning demons.
Burning
Grey Knights, here we go.
demons. He's like, speaking
The
of
Grey Knights
demons.
are the first army I
This is
actually
a
collected
load
back in
of
7th edition. The Grey Knights are a super secretive and much more old school look at power armored knights, except they are all
Power
psychers.
armor.
All of them have that crazy space
they're all what?
magic
They're all the
magician
psychers.
shit.
Okay.
The
For
weird death
every
witches.
100,000
Got it.
guardsmen, there's one Grey Knight.
Space
For every
wizards.
10,000 Sisters of Battle, there's one Grey Knight. For every 1,000 Space Marines, there's one Grey Knight. Grey
damn.
Knights
So they're
are the
rare.
strongest of the strong, both in mental will and absolute just strength. These are Space Marines that are all high-level
crosses on.
psychers. All of them able to specifically do one goal, and that is kill
Grey Knight,
demons.
psyker in
The
battle.
Emperor believed that the demons of chaos were the
Wait.
Oh, okay. Grey Knight is a psyker equals a psyker in battle armor.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stone Rhino. I had to read that. I read it. And was like, wait, go back. What did he say?
So, okay, I got confused for a second because I thought they were demons, but they're demon hunters? He said their one goal is to kill demons. So they're high-level psychers
It's like some,
after demons.
it's like some Constantine type shit.
That's what it sounds like. Like, they're kind of rare, but they, like, one goal in mind.
Grey Knight.
Yes.
equals
Okay, cool.
Scanners
I
and
missed
scanner.
that for a
Wait,
minute.
do you say scammers or scanners in power armor?
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
can- No, that's
I'm
fine.
just gonna look. Scanners. Did you mean to say scanners?
Yeah. So they, like,
This
look
is a
for
load
demons.
of
Got it.
barnacles.
Amazing. Daniel, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
This
so,
is a
so much.
load of
Rick, thank you for that super
barnacles.
chat.
Think Men in
They're
Black.
not demons. Okay, see, when he said speaking of demons,
Mr.
I thought he meant a Grey Knight was a demon, but they're
Burley.
demon
Thank you.
hunters.
Men in Black. Okay, got it.
Cool.
I can relate.
Okay. So, yeah, Men in Black, yeah.
Think Doom guy. Fuck yeah, Doom! Sorry, I'm
Okay.
excited.
Come to Twitch later.
Stop by later. Stop by and
Come
hang
to
out.
Twitch later.
Hang out with me later.
Number one threat to the
Okay,
Imperium.
I understand.
and
I had to make
probably
sure I
is
understood
However,
that change.
this group is entirely based on doing that through a myriad of tactics. Coming
yeah,
from
tour
the
guide-
planet,
I've seen
or
it. I
guess
just read
the
it wrong.
moon of Titan in the Sol system, the
Cool.
Grey Knights are thrown through extremely rigorous training and are as clear of mind and soul as they possibly can be. Since the demons of the warp
Much
are
training.
the
They're old
warp
men
and your
that know what
mind
they're doing.
projects to the warp, people can go insane very fast, especially lower level psychers. These Grey Knights need to be able to harness the warp
it's Mr.
in the
Burley, right?
presence
There's
of
no-
demons
there's no
and
valve.
stay
Yeah.
perfectly sane. One of their
wait,
characters,
there's
one of my favorite characters, is named Castellan Crow. He has a demon blade, the black blade of Mahamahama, and he has to have it on him because it tempts.
Mahamahamaha. That's the name of the sword.
That sounds like when I walk in with this dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You know
Did he just say Bahama Mama?
whoever wrote that lore had a
Mama.
giggle fest and was
Mama,
like,
mama.
okay, I'm gonna rewind because I want to hear him say it again, and then I'm gonna keep going.
They write in stutter.
The warp
I wanna hear him
in
say
the
it.
presence of demons and stay perfectly sane. One of their characters, one of my favorite characters, is named
Please tell me.
Castellan Crow. He has a demon blade, the black blade of Mahamahama, and he has to have it on him because it tempts everyone nearby, constantly beckoning them. Use my power. Use
want
my
my
strength. Suck my penis.
The
Whatever the possibility. And so
The
he
sword's
has to
whispering in
keep
your
it
ear. He's a demon voice. He's
on
like,
him
come here.
all the time
come.
as this thing whispers to him consistently.
So
And
the
he has
demon
to
voice
stave
comes
it
from
off
the sword.
forever, being alone in his chambers or on the battlefield, because anyone who gets too close to it might be tempted a little too hard. He is that pure of heart and mind, and all the characters in the Grey Knights are basically like that. The only issue is that the Grey Knights have a scorched earth policy,
A what?
more ways than one.
Liv has a dress
If
of
they're fighting
Bahama.
demons, demons corrupt and make people crazy. So if I'm a guardsman and I'm fighting demons and the Grey Knights arrive and they kill all the demons, I'm a risk.
What?
Uh-oh.
So guess who's not making it out of there? On the tabletop,
wait.
they're very strike
Okay. One
more time, one more time.
So we
They
shouldn't
do is
put
that,
Grey Knights with other
Grey Knights
people.
have a
One more time for this hoe.
Oh no.
Here we go. I gotta go over that one more time.
Oh, that sucks. You're
Lotsie,
like, but I
thank
was
you so much
doing
for that.
what you wanted me to, and they're like,
or on the
you're a
battlefield,
risk. Get
because
out.
anyone who gets too close to it might be tempted
Amazing.
a
Thank
little
you for
too
the
hard.
super chat.
He is that pure of
You're a
heart
hazard.
and mind, and all the characters in the Grey Knights are basically like that. The only issue is that the Grey Knights have a scorched earth policy, more ways than one. If they're fighting demons,
This
demons
is a
corrupt and
load
make
of
people crazy.
barnacles.
So if I'm a
you.
guardsman and I'm fighting demons, and the Grey Knights arrive and they kill all the demons,
I might have missed it again.
I'm a risk.
Okay.
And so, guess who's not making it out of there?
kill
On
all
the
the demons,
tabletop,
you're a
they're
risk?
very
yeah.
strike
So
fast,
like,
strike hard.
because you're not a Grey Knight, and you were against demons, they could have somehow like
Oh, got it. Yep. Okay. Got it.
demonized you.
Got it.
So you're a
Everything
risk.
clicks. Everything clicks.
So like they want to make sure that you don't like spread demonage, even though you're the one that
Don't spread the demon.
don't spread the demonage, and then like you can't get the thing.
Got it.
the
Got it.
whole thing.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, they're corrupted basically.
Thank you.
And once they're corrupted, they could become demons, so they're a liability. Kill them all.
Hard kind of people. They teleport all around the place. They are fast strike groups, small amounts of models
knowing
because they're so
Demon
dang
Knight.
strong.
Yikes.
You only
Good,
have
yeah.
so
There's-
many
there's
characters.
no quarantine
but
in
with
any
it,
form.
you
Dungeons,
get in there,
thank
you're
you.
very tough, very tanky, you hit really hard, and you try to bounce around the battlefield quickly, but you don't have numbers, and so every dead Grey Knight hits really damn
love
hard.
that he's just
They're
holding
fun
your
though
head.
if you like that kind of
So yeah,
fast
they're
striking
smaller
kind of
armies.
army.
They're not like if you had the guard and you had like
Caldor
a
Drago is
bajillion
a
of them.
thing.
They're like,
We're not even going to get into Caldor Drago. All right, that is, oh my goodness gracious. I am the hammer. I am the mail about his fist. I am the spear in his hand. Though we are lost, I am the shield on his arm. I am the flight of his
This is a
arrows.
load
I
of
am the hammer. I am the
barnacles.
sword. I am the shield. I am a soldier at the battle at the end of time. Grey Knights are pretty hardcore. They are as holy as you can get for a Space Marine. If you like Space Marines and you want to, you know that they're holy enough, you want to be holier, Grey Knights.
Grey
You want to
Knights.
be holier and be.
So they're like the step up from
Let's talk
Space
Imperial
Marines.
Knights.
Oh Lord, he coming!
Do you like gigantic walkers the size of homes or medium-sized buildings? Do you want to kill heretics, but you want to kill like 40 of them per turn? Do you want a gigantic old-school knight noble house style of walkers with giant chainsaw
If
arms?
House Moving
then you
Castle
got Imperial Knights.
was a fighter.
Imperial Knights,
This
it's not
is
a whole lot to talk about them because they're just gigantic
chainsaw
walkers, but they
arms.
have this old-school like
Chainswords are cool,
house
though.
feel to them. Like literally, like they're houses. Each Imperial Knight
But he ain't a
comes
church.
from a house, and each of them act in their own special way. These behemoth of walkers also destroy almost everything in their path, killing
Damn.
full swaths of squads in a couple shots, stepping on legions of
Whoa,
troops. Like,
that's cool.
These things
I think
do
God for
not
the
mess
animation
around,
stuff. I
and they
wanna
look
see it all.
so cool. Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights, actually, for that matter, don't have a whole lot to discuss. They're just super big, heavy walkers.
They're big boys,
And they look
that's
different
it.
depending on your house or Chaos God you currently
The
believe
Knights
in.
are Cancer.
And overall,
Why?
these things are just really cool if you want
Matt,
to murder
why?
everything in your path. They're the big, scary,
Probably
big
because they're
unit
big
of
bad things
Warhammer,
and they
if you want to
take out
collect
so
them,
many people at
go to
once. So
town.
people
They
are
make for a
mad when they
great
get
painting
played.
project, too. Getting more back down to earth. Let's
Yeah,
start
an
something a
army
little bit,
and then
a little
some
bit different, a little
That
more
comes in and you're just,
gold.
oh, gold.
If guardsmen are regular soldiers,
Okay.
Space Marines
Weenie
are
bake.
super soldiers, Grey Knights are super soldiers,
Okay.
the Adeptus Custodes are super soldiers cubed. The Adeptus
Okay.
Custodes are the third
Oh,
major army.
we had,
We're
a
like,
ma- we had
whoa,
some
whoa.
math.
I know, 3 armies. I know, I got carried away, okay, but that's all. I only have 3, okay?
Uh-oh.
They are our final brand of Space Marines, but these ones are super special. Okay, if a
Special,
guardsman
special
is 6
Space
foot,
Marine.
a Space Marine is 7 feet, a custodian is 8 feet. These are the giant defenders of Holy Terra, which is also Earth. Earth is Terra. Earth, Terra. Themselves. These are the people that literally guard the Emperor's throne room. Hence, Custodes. These boys protect the Emperor's throne room at all times and are literally like handcrafted people. They're not humans
Technically
brought
not
up by a
Space
gene seer or
Marines.
something. These are
Technically,
all
I
handcrafted
love that.
super soldiers. I think from a tube.
Well,
These
then.
From a
behemoth
tube.
Well,
of men
actually,
are
they're
like
They're test tube
8
babies.
feet, 8.5 feet tall, and functionally immortal.
That's
They
like Cheshire
stand
Cat.
still, spear in hand, for hundreds of years without the need to sleep and barely even the need to eat, watching over the throne room and every
that's
other
who you
area
would want
of
watching
Holy
over your
Terra
throne room.
for
I
their
don't
entire
sleep. I don't
purpose
need a
in
lot of
life.
food.
And oh my lord,
I'm
Don't
pretty
need much of
big,
are
anything.
they
badass.
terrifying. These custodians put Space Marines to shame. If you liked your super soldiers, these are your super mega soldiers. One of these men can take
Super
on probably
mega.
3 Space Marines and most likely win. There are many different groups of custodians as well, like the Solar Watch, or there's also one of my personal favorite, the Aquilian Shield. The Aquilian Shield go out to seemingly unimportant individuals and protect them because they believe that they are going to be doing something very important in their lives. For
you
instance,
see
let's say
Gold, you're already
a
dead.
regular
Oh!
guardsman gets the protection
Good
of
to
this
know.
giant 8.5 foot tall
If you
golden
see the gold,
god,
you're dead.
because that guardsman will end up becoming a general one day or something of that nature.
I
The
like the
custodians
mods in GP.
work in
Uh-oh.
mysterious ways and are almost always outnumbered, but never outmatched. These people
you
are
squat more.
pretty
What?
horrifying, both on the tabletop as well as in the lore. There are very few of them, however, and there's actually
That's pretty
extremely
badass.
small amount of them. But that's kind of
they're
the
test
point.
tube babies.
There's only
They
so
take a
many
lot
of
to
these
make.
people that can have war gear this strong, weapons this powerful, and training this good. And the custodians have all 3 of it. For 100 years, I stood my watch amidst the somber shadows
I'm
of the
assuming it's what you
Sanctum
called the Cheshire
Imperialis.
Cat earlier.
I was still as a statue, but always ready, always attuned to dangers unseen. Days, months, years passed by in a frenzied blur beyond those walls, yet within, little
just
moved
looked their
and
direction
nothing
and were
changed.
dead.
For 100
Damn.
years, I did not but wait. Yet had any threat appeared, I would have struck it down in a heartbeat. For 100 years, I stood my watch, and as it ends, I can tell you this: patience is a weapon. The custodians are the top dogs of the Imperium, and they hurt just that same way. Though I do want to discuss a little bit about the Sisters of
hurt.
Silence before we get out of here, because the Sisters of Silence I also have a few of, and they're really fun, but they don't get enough attention. These kind of bald plume ladies are a whole group of pariahs, or also known as blanks. We'll be referring to them as blanks from now on. So as every mind is somewhat connected to the warp, these blanks are a genetic mutation that has it suppressed heavily. Because of that mind suppression, normal people feel this weird, like, uncomfortable nature when around them. When a Sister of Silence walks past them, you feel ill. You feel just uncomfortable and strange. So most of them don't actually live past childhood, because once they are birthed, they're, well, you know, killed or something at a very young age, because they just emit a horrifying aura. These ladies, however, are guardians of the throne as well for more psychic threats. See, none of the custodians are psychers, so they have a difficult time dealing with major demons and other kinds of psychic phenomena. These sisters are extremely specialized in it. All of them taking a vow of silence, as they don't speak, hence the term Sisters of Silence, but they communicate through hand gestures and things of that nature. But if there's a demon issue, if there's any kind of warp-based problem, the sisters are extremely adept at dealing with them, thanks to their blank gene. They normally work a lot of the time with the custodians because they have to deal with both kinds of threats, but they're not represented that way on the tabletop. In fact, they only have like one real model for them, which is very unfortunate. I hope they'll get some like news soon, because I think they should really be working together as it is that way in the lore, but hopefully we'll get there soon. But if we're talking about blanks, let's talk assassins. It's been a long video. We're about to round it out. We got this and one more human thing, and then we're done.
Here we go.
The
One
Assassins.
more human thing.
Officio
Is this just the
Assassinorum.
humans?
Oh boy, these people are deadly. Yeah, they're called assassins. They should be, but
Would they get past one of the gold people?
these people will
They're
mess you up. So
These
these
guys?
are from the Officio Assassinorum, a very special organization, and they are handpicked by the Grand Master of the Officio Assassinorum from the what was it called? Schola Progenium. It's basically an orphan school. Your parents got murdered by demons or something, you get sent to this and you get trained to be whatever. Tempestus Drop Troop, an Inquisitor, maybe even. Maybe you get a blank gene and you get thrown into the Sisters of Silence.
Get a blank gene?
Sometimes you just disappear. When you are taken, however, you go to one of 4 temples, because the Assassinorum works in temple-style things. These temples are the Vindicare, Caluxus, Calidus, and Eversor temples. Let's start with the Vindicare. I'm far away. I've been sitting here for 3 weeks. Poof! The Vindicare temple is
That's
the main
me.
sniper-based
I would like to be a sniper that never
gigantic
moves and then just
sniper rifles for all
dead.
the assassins. Their whole point is to be able to be in a spot and sit there.
If I could play
murder
every
school.
game as that,
for
that's
weeks,
how I would play
waiting for the
every
perfect
game.
target,
Go for
taking people out
murder.
from literal miles away after extremely long time periods. The Vindicare Temple is about precise, perfect aim. There have been reports of Vindicares being able to single out particular body parts from over 2-3 miles away. Temples in the head, the jugular, for instance, and been sitting there after weeks. And when they're ready, take that shot.
3 miles away.
Shot right in the Adam's apple.
Packs them up. The Calidus Temple, however,
Okay.
is a lot more about shape-shifting and deviant art. It's mostly a female-based one, or at least it seems to be, and this allows a lot of body augmentation for certain individuals to be able to kind of transmorph themselves and infiltrate areas that are problems. These assassins will end up taking missions that take them years, 2-3 years, to infiltrate a heretical group and slowly work their way up, just to get enough time to put a bullet into the main target's head and then escape unharmed. Or become the main target and sabotage it from within. These are all completely about deception, mind tricks,
they become someone else,
and everything in between. And
they just morph into somebody else.
Wendigos. Look at that ass.
The Eversor Temple.
Basically, they're Mystique.
Just kind of disturbing one. The Eversor Temple is about when you don't want anything to come back alive,
like
friend
morphs
or
into,
foe. You
gets
want
up the
it
ranks,
all
gets trusted.
dead. And
Boom.
Eversor is psychogenically conditioned with just psychotherapy and psychological torture to only feel violence, hatred,
Yes.
and
Okay, that's
anger.
what I was like,
It
it's
does the
basically Mystique.
Clockwork Orange
That's me in the
style of
morning.
thing of just making you forced to watch never-ending pain and
Oh
misery
God.
and
They take
psycho
your eyeballs open.
conditioning, I guess is
And
the
it does
term.
nothing for
and
you.
then they pump you full of
Clockwork
tons
Orange
of
was so
psychedelic
bad.
drugs, and they cryo-freeze you. And then they drop you in an area where they just want to make sure everything is dead. And then you
Damn.
defrost
Damn.
They what?
psychedelic drugs, and they cryo-freeze you. And then they drop you in an area
They drug you
where they
up.
just
They
want to
freeze
make
you.
sure everything is dead.
And then they just
you
toss you in.
defrost, full of just all this insane, mind-boggling psychotherapy and psychedelic drugs, and you just go to town. Yeah, if you don't care if anyone comes
So
back
like Doom
alive.
Guy.
You're like, all right, lost cause,
Doom Guy.
send them in. Finally,
So
there's
Lost
the most
Cause,
bizarre
Jess.
temple, the Caluxus Temple.
Bye, buddy.
The Caluxus
Gotta go,
assassins
bye.
are feared even among the other temples. So that blank gene, the people will go to the Caluxus Temple with this as well. And this is where they can harness that to be massively anti-psyker or even just anti-regular people. They're seen with extreme fear.
Could you? Okay, so
and,
like, is that more of like a prisoner of war kind of thing?
That's who I want to play with.
Like they like snatch up an unbeknownst like human, just throw a bajillion drugs in them, freeze them, and then just dump them in. And when they wake up all crazy pants,
The Doom
they
Ravens
just
breach
go
the
crazy.
facility.
They're like a ticking time bomb
Yeah.
made out of somebody, basically. Whoa.
That's a lot. That's a lot of shit.
They're the orphans of war. Oh, they just torture people for training.
Uh-oh.
They're orphans. Highly trained orphans. Wild. It just sounds like literally somebody just like, okay, yep, boo. Have fun.
Aren't the best trained the orphans though?
Uh,
Is that in every series or every movie that you've ever watched?
yeah, like,
The best assassin
the
never
one
had a
that's just
family.
like-
They were actually an orphan. They were
That's
taken,
it. Just
taken as
honed
a
in on their
child.
training, a little crazy, and then you just let them go. You're like, they'll
There's
kill somebody.
no emotional
It's fine.
attachments to anybody or anything.
Yeah, there's like a tiny little drugged up bomb you throw in. Like, maybe not tiny per se, but like, yikes.
But a frozen one.
It's basically John Wick.
Distrust
You just,
among many
yeah.
people. They are described by the Eldar
John
by
Wick if John
quote,
Wick never
as being
had a wife.
pure evil.
Yeah.
Imagine that uncomfortable feeling from that blank gene I mentioned, and then imagine them being taught and given equipment to amplify it by 100.
Okay, so
if
they're kind of like a
normally
blank,
regular people
but
feel
more.
uncomfortable, now they are basically akin to being a siren wailing directly in your ear. And
Oh,
if you're a psyker,
Lord.
oh no, the sheer presence of a Caluxus assassin is enough for you to tear your skin off. You will rather
So they
gouge
give off
your
that weird
eyes
vibe
out
like the
and rip
blanks.
your nails
Okay,
off
yeah.
But they're
than
crazier.
even being near this person. The Caluxus assassin is when you want psychers to literally lose their minds, and they will go on their knees and ask you to gun them down because it is a suitable choice over being anywhere near you. The motto of that temple
my
is, that which is unknown and unseen commands the greatest fear. Now,
Damn!
from tabletop, assassins aren't that special. You can call them in no matter what Imperium
The
faction
story's
you
really
are,
cool, but
and
maybe
they do a
tabletop-wise,
lot
they're
of
not
work
the
for
best.
themselves, but at the same time, they're very specialized and require a lot of finesse. And they work the way you generally want them to, though. You want to cause some distortion and weird stuff,
Can
you
you
take a
imagine
Calidus.
just,
You
like,
want to
going
just murder
bonker crazy
swaths
'cause
of
this thing is just
infantry and then blow up Eversor. You want to kill that one guy, Vindicare, and if you have a lot of psychers, Caluxus. It's a nice little, like, jack of all trades if you have a
Super
specific thing
brains.
you want to kill. And you get to choose
Okay.
which is really fun. But now,
I like this class.
let's talk about the last human
Me
faction.
too.
We can round this video out before we do part 2. The Inquisition.
Oh,
We have
Okay.
a lot to talk
Okay.
about with them.
damn.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we're opening up
Oh,
a
boy.
box
Uh-oh.
now.
Yep.
Where do I even begin with the
Uh-oh.
Inquisition?
Star Wars, Grand Inquisitor.
Take every secret police you can think of. The KGB, the Gestapo, the CIA, FBI, any of these kinds of people. And then mark it up by about 10
Oh.
and give them the most power in the entire Imperium.
Okay.
You know what? How about this? This right here, it's not just a quote. This is the Imperial motto. The motto of the Inquisition. I apologize for my bad pronunciation. Innocentia nihil probat. Innocence proves nothing.
Nothing.
Wow.
Damn.
The
That's
most
their motto?
powerful organization in the Imperium.
Can't convince them.
The secret police. Their number one motto is innocence proves
You're just
nothing.
dead.
This
There's
is
no talking to
mind
them.
blown.
Like
Mind
secret
blowing.
police or like detectives to find issues in the Imperium. And they have different ordos depending on which one we're talking about. The Ordo Hereticus, the
What
Ordo
if she have
Xenos,
tied to her belt?
the
Ooh. What
Ordo
are their
Malleus,
books
for instance, and a whole
that are
bunch
tied
of
to their
other ones.
belts?
Hereticus is obvious, they deal with heretics. Xenos tries to find alien threats, and Malleus is demons. They all have different specializations in what they're trying
I
to go
late? A
for
little
as
bit
this
song, but that's
Inquisitor.
okay.
And that's what they're
You
called.
made it.
It's gonna be
Inquisitor.
safe
Each
to
of
mod.
them
You can
as an
definitely watch
Inquisitor
all of this
has
later.
Their own
You made
free
it. I
reign
dig
to
their
do
outfits.
as
Yeah,
they
me
wish.
too.
They
I
may
was
have
like,
a ship
their,
and a
like,
crew,
whole
and they go
artistic
out to
setup is
find
really cool.
problems and interrogate people a lot. They are
Guilty of
above the
wasting my
law in every
Bitch, you're
department.
guilty.
Over Space Marines. Now, the Space Marines might argue against them and stuff, and there might be a lot of blowback, but technically they are above them as Inquisitors. They are looking to investigate
More
and figure
cherubs.
out coups
last
and
question
cults
is how
and
much?
demonic incursions
For
and
what?
possible Xenos issues like gene stealers or a
He's
new
just a cherub now.
threat coming into an
Yep.
area. They're about learning that stuff and actually doing detective work. And memes aside, they're pretty good at it. The
So they're like
Inquisition
sheriffs
having
that
all
don't
this
wanna
power
hear
does
if you're
make them a little
innocent or
power
not.
hungry and frantic sometimes. And
when
yes,
they're-
it is still a
okay.
bad thing, but most of them are pretty good at
Woo,
their
look
job.
at her.
Wow,
They spend a
that
lot of
hair,
time
baby
being
girl.
Very diligent to make sure that all
Get it.
these leads they follow are proper and correct. They're
Okay,
basically
they're
space
diligent though to a
detectives
point though.
with
They're
just
really trying to find the
enormous power
truth.
and sometimes a bit of a power complex. And we haven't even talked about Exterminatus yet. Exterminatus. Exterminatus is deeming a
Rick,
planet
thank you.
unfit to be saved. I deem that this planet is
The whole
demon
planet?
infested, and taking it back will cost too many resources
So you
and
blow
is
up the whole
not
planet?
worth it. I have now committed Exterminatus on this planet. I will now
It's not
sign
worth the
the
fight to take
will
back the
commit
planet.
entire
Take it out.
Exterminatus.
as it is
Rick, thank
unfit to
you.
take,
On this
and better to
planet?
be destroyed than allow the enemy to hold it. This can mean
Incredible.
saturation bombardment. This can mean cracking the planet
they do some, like,
and breaking it apart.
innocent
Doesn't
versus
matter.
guilty max,
Render
sorta.
this planet
Like,
inhospitable
not worth
to
the
all
resources.
life.
Just kill 'em
yes,
all.
the innocence proves nothing. People
don't need that
are
planet
the
no more.
only people who can choose this planet must die in its entirety. Yeah, you're playing the villain. Now it is memed a lot, but most Inquisitors are
Big
very
villain
rare
vibes
to
here.
do Exterminatus. Exterminatus is a
This
very
is like if
crazy
you
thing. There's
had
only
the
so
Death
many
Star in your
worlds.
power.
This is
Just
You don't
your
destroy all of them. Now naturally,
thank
with
you,
the
Jam.
memes aside, there are some people who are a little bit rough on this one. But most Inquisitors generally don't like to do Exterminatus a ton, but it is an option they have.
An
And it's a
option, but they don't
crazy
always
option when
use
you
it.
think about it.
Ah, that's so
Inquisition
good.
Are unfortunately not
That's
represented
good.
at the tabletop very much. You generally kind of put one in your army if you feel like it. You have a couple special options there and
them
some
in there.
side content, but they're not really fleshed out very well. And personally, they need a lot more stuff put in there, and they really need a lot more effort put into them. And they're not quite where I want them to be. Overall, the Inquisition
She
makes
reminds me
for a
of
lot
my
of the best
character in
storytelling as
Vermintide.
well, because it's a
Yeah.
little bit hard to talk about a
mainly the
big
hat.
story of
The
a
hat,
whole
the
bunch of
It's your
space
hat.
marines
The hat, the
killing
candle.
something. Right, it's just a big battle story.
That's
It's not
probably
as
where they got it from.
interesting. Having that
I
intrigue
jumped on
and
it
that
last night.
moral dilemma that an Inquisitor has makes for a lot better media. And honestly, the more
salty.
people do it, I think it's better, because then it adds a little more humanity to the Warhammer horrible, horrible grimdarkness. And wow,
Horrible,
we just finished
horrible,
the humans. All right,
grim
come back for part 2 when we talk about Chaos and Xenos,
Amazing.
because
Blade.
we got to talk about the 4 Chaos gods and all the
I'm
Chaos
excited for that
Marines
video.
Chaos God.
Tau, and the Necrons and the Orcs, and oh boy.
And
We
New
got a lot.
Yorks!
Oh boy.
I'll see you in part 2.
Oh boy.
Amazing. Okay, we're going back to this.
And a partridge and a
Holy
partridge.
moly.
That was a lot. Nathan, thank you so much. Union Jack, also, thank you. We see you.
I'm putting the chat over here too so I can read them.
This is a load of barnacles.
Amazing. Ugh.
Want to be an Inquisitor?
Okay, so that video was just to humans. So we've got so much more to do. I'm excited for this
We
series.
have a long ways to go.
Mm-hmm.
But yes.
Crappy humans
See?
are done. I'm
There he
saying
is.
you guys
There
are
he is.
angry about humans, but I've
Prejudice,
seen
2 cents.
so many people with Space Marines. Like,
It was good. It was a lot of information. It
Mhm.
helped out a lot.
oh my god, there's so many different kinds. Yeah, it was a good overview. That could, like,
Loyalist
that opened up a
humans.
lot of knowledge, I think. But, wow, that was a lot. And this
It
is
was a
only
lot,
part
a lot.
1. We want to keep doing these YouTube live streams, kind of like long reacts with you guys that
Right.
we'll save.
We can talk about him.
So next time we'll do probably part 2. Not this coming week because we're going back to another challenge for our live. But I'm sure Liv and I will definitely
Switch off
come
out.
back
Yeah.
for another one.
Give us like 2 weeks. We'll hit the other half. I'll
It's
go
gonna
over
be
this
really
a
hard
little
for
bit more.
me not to go watch these.
Don't go watch it, Sid. And
I
then
can't watch part 2.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't exist.
just let's rewatch this one and get all this like
yeah. I'll watch it
down
again.
well understanding.
It was
Broken
not a
Lives.
Kickstarter. This was another YouTuber that has broken down and has some really good like base lore videos that are gonna just help us learn more.
Right. It's a better understanding of everything. So
Yeah.
now that we've scratched the surface
Like I feel like every time we're
on
like
humans,
still at the top level. Like I don't know anything like deep dive lore. Like we're still trying to really understand this world and like who's in it.
I feel like I have so much more of a grasp than I did
Oh yeah.
a year ago.
Oh yeah. Like we were talking about earlier, it'd be nice to like finish this series and go back and watch the other Warhammer videos, like Astartes
Oh, yeah.
again. That would probably
Like, I
be
get
a
it.
whole different
I
understanding.
get it all.
anymore.
I have so much more appreciation for something with it now that I have the knowledge of knowing what is going on.
Amazing. And a new member! Thank
Hey!
you so much for joining. The thing you can't find. I like your name.
Oh, that thing you can't find.
Yeah, and then we've got Hell's Reach coming out soon. We've been getting those ready. Oh my gosh. Thank you for that super chat.
I'm never gonna forget. Never gonna forget when you followed us. It was when Bells and I were streaming.
Get a Warhammer tattoo?
And I said
I'd have
that
to
thing
be
you
much
can't
more
find,
invested.
and Bells said, "What? A lot of good pussy." Oh.
Yep. Take my money. Give me these things. This is pretty cool though. I've learned a lot. Honestly,
Yeah,
Assassins
more Hell's Reach.
pretty rad. That was pretty good.
Corey,
like
thank
that.
you.
I also learned more about Sisters of Battle rather than just like we have the figures and here's their name.
Right, yeah.
Now I actually understand where they come from, and those
Yes.
girls are rad. I wouldn't want to mess with one. I would never want to come up
Some
against
badass
one.
bitches.
But like,
Some badass holy
Oh.
bitches.
and then like gold guards and everything. Never want to see one of those. Like,
Hell's Reach did a live action one.
Cool.
Oh yeah, that's really
Yeah,
cool.
we're definitely gonna keep into this Warhammer stuff. Like, we know we're brand new and kind of
Yes.
shiny to this,
Even though it's been a year.
but like we're learning, and I am excited to learn more. I'm glad we got our girls in chat that are also learning with
Yes.
us.
All together
Um,
now.
And then we're doing a bunch of stuff. We've learned a bunch of things, and there's just so much more to learn. Like, I feel like everyone's been in it for years to really
Good
get to
morning,
know
Andrew.
it. So it's gonna take us a few years to really like deep dive into it also, and like get to know this whole thing. Oh my gosh! It's
I
gonna
also
be
just
cool.
found out, like, not even 6 months ago,
Yeah.
that for the most part, a lot of people just know about, like, their faction
One
or their...
faction?
Yeah, they're one thing. I
Yeah.
felt like everybody knew everything about everything, and I'm in here like, how do you guys know
How do you know all this?
so much information?
Amazing. Thank you, Corey. Welcome. As a member, you get some really cool emotes you can use on premieres and live streams.
We did just kind of get, like, thrown up into 40K.
Yeah, but I
And
feel
then
like
after 40K, I was like, oh my god, there's 30K, and
Ah,
we're only in
fantasy.
40K?
I
What the
do-
fuck is 30K?
Ooh.
So,
Bells and I like a lot
just
of
got
the
tossed
fantasy
across
stuff we
the
started
board.
looking at. Fantasy stuff looks so cool.
I mean, that's you guys in a nutshell, though, with
know,
everything.
it
Like, if you
is.
just say fantasy, they're like, yes!
I am here.
Give
Let's
it to
go.
me. Fantasy what? Anything. Fantasy. I'll take it.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, so Horus Heresy, that's the 30K part. It's the prequels to 40K. I've heard 40K is dropping some new stuff this time. Fantasy's kind of making its revival, coming back. But yeah, like, it's years of information that we're still getting into. And then, yeah, like you said, like, we're trying to kind of, like, our brains are, like, cover all the bases. And everybody's like,
Space
I only know
elves.
this. This bubble is my
I
bubble.
love that. Space elves.
I love space elves!
Space elves. Roxy,
Yeah,
thank you
they're
so much for that.
cool. Now, underwater ones, they have a giant turtle. They're so cool.
They just keep getting
Amazing.
bigger. I'm sorry, you what?
And
Got
around
what?
the hole. The turtle.
The turtle.
There's like a whole faction that's underwater, and they have this giant ride-on turtle. Whoa. Space turtle!
She would. The
Ugh,
turtle.
they're so good. Yeah, the Deepkins.
What the fuck are underwater space turtles?
The Deepkins with the turtle. I'm gonna show her so many things.
I gotta go.
We looked into, so when last time that we painted, Bells and I started looking into suggestions of like different factions that we might like, and that was one of them I started looking into, and I was like, oh, that was like a
Okay.
shark. I just like water things, so I was really into it.
Any of the aquatic. Anything aquatic.
I just like underwater.
You said fantasy, and then you said aquatic. She's
then
there.
like, the haunted ones. Oh, those are really cool too. Which is what Bells was building. They're just like some really cool. Everything has a really well fleshed out theme. Like even looking at these, like the crows on some of them, like the girls had that very like gothic church look.
Right.
Like everybody's got like a very like.
You know when you see it.
Yeah, yeah. Night Haunt, so cool.
I crave sci-fi.
And the
sci-fi
steampunk
fantasy.
dwarves. There's so many good ones. Thank you so much for that super chat. Appreciate you. But yeah, there's just a lot of really
Been
cool,
one less traitor.
very central vibes and themes
Mhm.
that are built in.
I'm about it. We're here for it.
Oh my gosh.
The
But now
new-
I want the assassin
Okay.
lady, and I want to paint her like Mystique.
Oh, do you have her?
No, but now I want
Oh.
her.
Oh, I see.
Now that I've watched this is the problem. Because the more I learn, the more I'm like, what?
But now I want that
But like,
one.
ooh, what about that one?
And this is how you go
This
broke.
is how we spend a lot of
This is
money
how you
on
go broke.
Warhammer. 10 years. Yeah.
And I'm still learning.
So good though.
You want too many things.
Always. Is a problem.
Well then, bad soul.
I don't have like one
Okay, welcome to
Thing.
40K.
that I like super get into. The problem is that I have too many likes and I'm spread out. Oh my gosh, it's a crazy plastic crap for a reason.
Cool Hand Luke with a K. You can find
Yes.
him on Insta.
It's true. Our money all went to the air conditioning.
It is plastic crack.
We're set.
You're right.
It's
It is plastic crack.
Oh my god, the Lord of the Rings ones, guys. It's a problem.
I don't know why you would call it plastic crack though, because that's cheap.
But this is the
Just saying,
expensive plastic. That's
addictive-
the problem.
The addictive part I get.
Can you like cheat and get like a 3D printer and just print them all?
We can get that blueprint.
Yeah, but like I don't know. Somebody's got to like make a blueprint for me. Yeah? No?
Is that the equivalent of burning your music from
Probably.
LimeWire?
It's the LimeWire of 40K.
Burning all this music for free?
Yeah, that's what I want.
I remember all those commercials where they're like, it's stealing.
Heresy! She's a heretic!
Uh-oh.
Oh, God, we're in
Uh-oh.
trouble now. Amazing. Well, this was good.
This
I'm
was
excited
good.
to do another one.
I'm excited to go watch this one
This
again.
is definitely something we couldn't have reacted to. It was way too long, and I needed pauses, and I wanted information. I'm glad we're doing these live, and that
Yeah.
you guys, if you missed it, and maybe you're only here for the end part, this is gonna just save to the channel, so you can go back and watch all the rest of it.
3D looks works. 3D looks works.
Yeah, it works, probably. I don't know. We're definitely going to do another painting stream.
Definitely doing another painting stream.
Definitely. We've
But
all got some characters.
I do like
we've
watching
started.
this, and then we can stop and pause and see what
We're trying
you
to
guys
mix it
have
up.
to comment about all of the things when we
Yeah.
have questions, which is also very nice, or have your 2 cents kindly inserted into the conversation.
And we want to mix up the
Kindly.
content. We don't want to do like painting every week.
Right.
Or, that's why we're doing some of the challenge videos. We're doing some of this. Like, we wanted to look into like lore videos some more, and things like that. It was really cool.
Mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You caught another stream. We actually will be
Yeah.
streaming very shortly on
Yeah, we're going to go to Twitch.
We're gonna move over.
We're going to switch over.
We got to run downstairs, and we're going to go live again. That's how it's going to work today. Live up there, live
It's a
down
lot
here.
of living sin
Yep.
today.
We're just
Whee!
running from one room to the other.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Dungeon Master. I am so glad you're a member. Check out our other content. We've got
Liv will be out of breath
Warhammer
again.
content.
Yeah, it doesn't take much,
all
bad
sorts
soul.
of stuff. Yeah. Twitch? Yes.
Dungeon. Thank you for that.
Amazing. Variety. Yeah, we like the variety channel thing.
Yes.
We try to keep it.
We are heavy in the variety.
Amazing. Well, I think we're
Hi.
going to go ahead to our stream. We've
Yep.
got more setup to do on the other side.
Yeah, a little bit of setup.
But thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
and,
thank you
like,
everybody. This was
dang.
really, really sweet.
I'm
If you
excited
guys
for
to
part
stop by for a little
2.
bit
We'll
and
set up a new
chit
schedule.
chat with us about 40K.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I need to know about Acadia. I was like, why did their planet blow up? Why are we sad?
And learn all the other things. Right,
Yeah.
right. Yes. So give us like 15, 20 minutes and we'll be
We're
live.
live there at 3. 45 minutes, we'll
Okay,
see
that
ya.
works. Okay. I'm like panic throttling right now.
You're
like,
like, no, I'm like, Liv, we have time.
no, I'm going to grab some food. I'm going to go back down there. I won't breathe. It's fine. We're going to go live.
And then we'll see you on this next week for more premieres and things. If you guys have missed our schedules, our Twitter has our schedule, and our
Yes.
Discord, which is in our description. You can also join that, and that has our schedule on it too if you want to keep up to date on our
Need
live
more
streams.
Warhammer. Always, baby. Always.
More to come, I promise. Yeah, check out our Twitter, check out our Discord, and then come over to Twitch. Come say hi to us over there. We're gonna, do some more yelling today.
45 minutes then. She's giving us 45 minutes.
Yeah, we're live at 3. We're gonna be there.
Come say hi.
Okay, guys, I'll see you later.